What is going on, fellas? Where are these MFs? We were delayed. Now, to give you an idea of what we've been doing the last hour and a half, we wanted to make sure that everybody... Oh, my light's not on. We wanted to make sure that everyone who got a DD 2.0 from last stream has their DD 2.0 in their DMs on the site before we're doing more reviews. Minus Arthur, who Danny's is...
By the way, shout out Arthur, because everything we said on that review in the stream, he has already basically done. So now I have to go and brainstorm some more ideas for him because, again, when you're proactive, maybe you get a little more value out of those DD 2.0s because by the time we do them, you're already making moves.
Yeah, I would say fashionably late's a little far for how late we are here because I set this stream originally for 12 p.m. Eastern. This is like disrespectfully late. If I had to say anything to give it a label, fashionably late's like what we usually are. It's like we start at 12, we don't go live till like 12:08 or 12:15 or something like that. Yeah, this is more disrespectfully late. But we do have, I think, 13 reviews to go through here, 5 or 6 of those being DD 2.0s. As always, if you guys want to get your team reviewed during the stream, we'll cover a team that's reviewed today. We will not stop until all the teams that are submitted today are covered. If you want to get a regular team review, the link is in the in the chat, in the description as well. Annual subs, of course, get a free Dynasty Decisions 2.0 if you guys sign up right now. You submit that, we'll cover that for you today. And of course, you can also get trade questions. We have the buy one, get one 50% off review voucher still going as well. So, Danny, do we have any trades? Yeah, let's start with the trades as we usually do here. From Parker B, first trade that we have is the 108 in exchange for Chuba Hubbard and DJ Moore. I'm assuming, one team's competitive, one team's not competitive, and it's kind of a win-win, I would say.
One quarterback league, so realistically, that's more of the 110? Because when you take out Mendoza,
you're not going to get Simpson or Fernando. I mean, I suppose you could take Fernando with this pick, but I wouldn't probably take him that high.
In a one quarterback 10-team start 7, I feel like I would want a little bit more than just the 108. I get, like, again, from a process perspective, if you don't need the production, I think it makes sense. I just feel like you can get at least a 1 and 2 for this in season.
Yeah, I think you probably could as well.
From a competitive team.
It's kind of like if you're really in on these players, I get it. Otherwise, I would want to get something. I'd rather get one asset that's better than the two of these guys combined for the 108, if that makes any sense. Like, I would rather just get, you're not going to get anywhere near.
He would be receiving the 108.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The person buying it, I guess, is not the one who we're giving advice to. Yeah, this is good. This is good process for buying the 108. Yes.
Yeah, but I think, like, given the context, it's a one quarterback 10-team start 7. Like, I would want a little bit more than just the 108 here. No, because it's the 110 relative in the Superflex.
So
that would be like
you're gonna get Omar Cooper Jr. with this pick.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
Just think about it. Simpson and Mendoza are the ones that are gone. So you're gonna get either Sadiq, Concepcion, or Omar Cooper. Right? Is that how the math works?
Yeah,
104, 105, 106. Yeah, I think you'd be fine to get one of those guys.
Contextually, I'm okay. Maybe like my counter would be I add in some like bum production depth piece and try to squeeze a 2 out of this. But like if you've already explored that avenue and this is like the best you're gonna get, I don't mind getting Omar.
Yeah, like if I look, he is like throw him like Kamani Vidal or something like that, bullshit. Just to try and get it over the top.
A third for a second swap, like something like that.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett, maybe throw him Jacoby Brissett if he needs a third quarterback, or I guess it's a one quarterback league, but even just a depth quarterback, Daniel Jones in a one quarterback league.
So Zom, on face value, I would take Chuba and more, but if you're an intent seller and you're trying to get points off your team, I think it's at least a reasonable deal to discuss.
Yeah, go Spurs. And I don't know. I sent
you good last night.
I sent you this, Danny.
Heartbreaker.
Absolute backbreaker, man.
Well, I told you I had a very similar thing happen to me. Game 2, my last leg, I needed Wemby 45 PRA, and he finished with 44 on the dot and got taken out.
Yeah, that's tough. This is
devastator.
This is what happened to me. You can see it. I copied this over on an underdog pick, but because I'm in Ontario right now, I wanted to have some skin on it. Stephon Castle got pulled from the game because they were smoking them. Yeah. And the last play that he had was him missing a layup where there was some heavy contact and they probably could have called a foul on it. So not only did I missed this entire entry by 0.5 points for Stephon Castle. I missed it and he basically could have gotten it on the very last play. So that's very difficult. That's a tough one, but I've been running so pure on these pick'ems and whatnot. I'm not even too mad about it. I've won like fucking. I think my ROI is like 278% over the last 2 weeks or something on Underdog right now. So I'm smoking.
Okay.
I'm smoking it, and I got 4 out of 5 picks right there. So I mean, I can't be too mad about it.
Unfortunately, wasn't able to play pick'em in New York, but Corey knows I'm the guy who once every month and a half or so, I have to make sure I spread out my slow draft exposure. But I'll drive over to Amherst, Buffalo, stop, get something to eat, and then enter. I mean, I think when I went this week, I entered like legitimately 70 plus slows, 50 fucking BBMs. I max entered the limited entry contest of the Pitbull, and there was one other that was live. Max entered those, and I ended up getting into 25 of the World Cup best ball drafts. So those are starting in, I believe, 2 weeks from now, the World Cup starts. So hopefully, I mean, it would be funny if I just binked the World Cup best ball tournament, the World Pup.
That would be funny. Yes, Lewis, we will get to it today if you submit it now. And also, Zom, I'm going to have picks out for Game 7 of the Spurs and Thunder on. I'll make a TikTok for that. So just keep an eye out for that, and also keep an eye on my Twitter. But yeah, I think in a vacuum, given your team situation, we're cool going with the 108 as we kind of made reference to there, even though ideally, like you said, maybe you'd sneak out a 2 from the guy or something like that. J2402 says, got offered Genty plus Scadaboo for 327 first and 2 seconds. So he doesn't give any context of scoring format. So we have no idea.
Or
I'm
where
just
those first
assume this is a regular super flex league like we usually play in. But if it's a 1 quarterback, I'll take Genty and Scadaboo, no questions asked.
The other context I would need is like you said, if it's a 10-team start 7 versus a 12-team start 12, like obviously there's going to be a little difference there. And B, if I knew where these picks projected, I would have a better case. So like if they are all from like competitive teams, 108 to 112 projections, and then for the second round, for that matter, 208 to 212 projections, give me Genty, give me Scadaboo. They're going to end up being big time contributors. The thing that I struggle with is if one of those picks maybe projects 104 to 106, how do you change your tune? Because I probably would take the picks if one of them projected for mid.
Yeah, I think unless it's like a very, very good projection on the picks, like you feel confident that like 2 of them are going to be mid, or maybe one's going to be early or something like that. I think I would probably lean the Genty and Scadaboo side of this.
I mean, I'm all in on Genty this year. I just mentioned I entered a bunch of slows. Like anytime I can get Genty on that 1-2 turn, I'm feeling very good right now. I pair him plus maybe another running back, or sometimes I've actually enjoyed pushing Drake London up the board because, I mean, we've talked about this. I don't really see a discernible difference between him and the late round 1 receivers. So if I can get a unique combo, pair him with a running back, take him ahead of his 1980p. Not a lot of people, I feel like right now, are pushing Drake London off the board or up the board just because of how sweet that running back hot zone is.
Yeah. Also, Jordan, are you referring to me buying Mahomes, or what league are you referring to? Because the offer that you sent me for Mahomes yesterday was kind of caca pee. So you're gonna have to up your game.
Are we exposing, or are we keeping that?
I'm not gonna expose it. Just send me a better offer, and maybe you'll get it done.
Hey, Jordan, if you're raw, you'll type the offer in chat so I can judge it.
Also, Jay, I sent you a trade question in case you want to resubmit this, just with the actual scoring settings and the types of picks that they are, just because I think we can give you a better answer that way.
Also, Bush, it is hilarious because the exact deal you made with M Shores is the offer that I got, but I needed a little bit more. So you can tell me that I'm just greedy.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm totally fine with the offer that he sent me.
Yeah, no, it's solid. The only difference is I think I had me jumping from the 801 to the 706 was the only difference I had.
Yeah, I don't need that. I think what he offered. I like when I'm looking at my rankings in the cluster of where those picks are going to end up being, I think I'm getting 2 better player, like not better. I think I'm getting a comparable player at 503, and I think I'm getting a better player at 506 than I'd be getting at 604.
I don't think that's outrageous. It's just from a pure pick value perspective, I couldn't stomach it that is. I
like legit more. Don't want to make a decision on the clock right now. So that's kind of why I was there's like 6 great players on the board that I'm fine with any one of.
So people that are watching right now, I'm sure a lot of you guys that are in here are probably curious what's going on, and we'll talk.
I got it right here.
Oh, I was literally about to pull up my screen. So
yeah, I literally just traded this pick on the board for the 503 and the 506, and Danny just traded the pick prior, even though this is a piss off if Jared's in the chat right now. So Jared took Kenneth Walker at 405. This is what my team looks like so far. I was going to take Kenneth Walker with my 408, assuming he fell there. So I messaged Jared and I go, hey, I was, looking at Kenneth Walker. What would you want to move up from or move off of him to 408? And then he goes, I don't know. I viewed him. He probably should have been off the board already. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally fair. I don't view a huge difference between him and Chase Brown. So this fucker goes and trades for Chase Brown, 1 pick ahead of me with Danny. So I just got completely fleeced.
Yeah. And if you could see my team as well, I initially was planning like, okay, like I'm going to be competitive. I initially had moved my 27 first, like right away, because it was a full buyer's market, I would say, the first 2 rounds. And then about early to mid round 3 is when I noticed the pivot. Like some people were more willing to spend some of their 27 first, move up in the draft. So when I noticed that future firsts were available, I reached out to Bailey, made a transition. I ended up accumulating an extra 27 first, moving down from the 302 to the 504 at the time. You see that 504 pick. Me and Jared made that move. Once I made that move, I hit up Bailey, who had my 27 first, gave him a little sweetener, gave him the first that I had acquired from Jared, got my pick back. And as you can see there, very young shell, a bunch of picks coming up, and I believe I've accumulated an extra 28, 1 and 2. So feel good.
Yeah. I feel pretty good about the start so far as well. Larson, I just respect the high T start that he has here with Genty, Bijan, JC, and McCaffrey. I mean, dog, if you can land the plane, if you can land the plane on this thing, nobody's fucking beating him in 2027. Like these guys are all monsters for fantasy this year, and you could start all of them every single week because it's a start 12.
And Larson knows I've been hounding him in the DMs for the last 3 days trying to get that 28-1 because I am just going to prey on the downfall of, running backs.
Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
me.
If he can land the plane there, if he can get some good
100%.
wide receivers late, if he can get some good quarterbacks late or whatever, then he's going to be in really good shape. But yeah, as you guys can see on this board, very many trades have taken place. So that is something that you guys are always asking us, why don't you cover your startup in a video? It's like, because it'll probably confuse everybody, to be honest, like the amount of trades that end up going down.
Well, so at my original draft slot, by the way, so it's funny because I traded away my 508 and then somehow ended up getting it back. I got it back from Jared in the deal that I just made.
Yeah.
So when we look at my first 11 rounds, only 3 picks weren't traded at one point. So 3 original selections that don't say like the bottom right corner name in it were the 805 and the 98 and the 1005. Every other pick of mine I've traded at some point.
Yeah. Yeah,
no, at least in the first 10 rounds, but
I saw that. Also, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. If you're a competitive team, J-Metal, that's a totally fine deal for me.
Totally cool.
This is the trade that Jordan sent me that I said was caca pee. And it's not because the structure of the trade's terrible. It's just because in Flock Me Sideways, I'm not in a position to consolidate my assets because I'm trying to tank and trying to rebuild. So I don't view it as really helping my team to sell Mahomes and Neighbors and only get Drake May as like the foundational asset back in return.
Well, so Larson, you're probably going to finish in the top 3 this year and probably also next year. But me naturally, I always prey on the downfall of running backs. So if I look at you and you don't land the plane, that's why I'm going after it. Like it's nothing personal, but
don't sell him your first, Larson. Use it as buying power during the season in case you need to upgrade a quarterback or wide receiver, one of your weaker positions.
If you can get another 5th round pick and you can add a quarterback or a Rashid Rice to that team, I mean, I don't know who's beating you. So
no, don't do that.
Let me know.
Don't do that. Do that in season if you have a clear weakness.
Larson, who are you going to trust? The team that's rebuilding or the team that's literally trying to win the championship away from you? He's trying to take that title.
You're trying to get his one.
Yeah, but he's trying to take the title from you.
You openly admitted you're preying on his downfall more than
I'm preying on everybody's downfall, bro. You know who I am?
Anyways, what do you think of this deal? This is the deal that Jordan offered me. This is caca PP, according to me.
For which side?
I have Mahomes and Neighbors. He wants Mahomes and Neighbors for Drake May, Josh Downs, and an early projected second.
No. What does Josh Downs do for you?
Yeah. Exactly. Not to mention, too, I'm not in a position to consolidate my assets because I'm rebuilding. So going and buying Drake May, yes, helps me because he's a young quarterback, but he also, I can't really give up a guy like Malik Neighbors at this point. It's Flock Me Sideways.
Flock Me Sideways. Let me take a look. I mean, fuck, if you're doing Drake May, Jordan, I can make you an offer.
He wants Mahomes, is what he told me.
Oh.
I'll trade Mahomes. I just don't want to really tier up, if that makes sense. And if I'm getting Drake May, I don't want to tier up for what he's worth. Right. I know you obviously want what he's worth because you're selling him, but I don't really want to pay what he's worth because I'm not really pressed to tier up at quarterback right now.
I mean, yeah. Also, I just realized, like, I don't even know what I could offer him. I fucking am tanking in this league.
Exactly, yeah. So, all right, let's get back to the questions here. Emeka Egbuka for Nico Collins. I mean, this is pretty much a wash. It depends on if you're competitive or rebuilding. If you're competitive, I'll take Collins. If you're rebuilding, I'll take Egbuka.
I would take Nico, but this is by your ranking still, so I have to reach out to the devs because I'm like, there's no way I have 26 overall Egbuka.
No, yeah, I think they told me that they were going to create like a button of some kind where I could toggle between our rankings and my rankings. But Austin, I don't think ever finished that. Yeah. I told them, hey, when we have a trade question and we're on the FSC streamer account, can you put a button here so I can toggle between our rankings? But yeah,
I always have to like contextualize. How do I differ in this because I can't look at the bar or even value?
Well, I think even you can agree that if you were rebuilding, you'd prefer Egbuka though.
I mean, I would need a plus, or I would move down cheaper.
You need a plus on Nico,
bro. I'm more worried about Egbuka than you are.
Maybe I
have Collins ranked straight up higher.
Yeah, but again, with the context that if you were a competitive team trying to tear it down, I would take Egbuka straight.
I like Egbuka, but I would much rather go after like Brendon or two very comfortably. Like I would actually just rather tear down or Jordan Tyson at 2 or something like that. Like I view Egbuka in that area.
I just disagree, but that's fine. Yeah, again, if you're going to compete, I'm fine with the Collins side. If you're not competing, I'm fine with the Egbuka side. That's
right. Yeah, I forgot that he traded Drake May, right? Yeah, it's an interesting move. So it was what, Drake May and T. Higgins for Amon-Ra, Goff, Reed in a second.
Okay, yeah. Also, Brock, resubmit that trade because all I can see is Malik Neighbors on my end.
How do you evaluate this? Like May, like I think I would prefer May over Amon-Ra the second and Reed, and then Higgins washes Goff. But watches Goff. But
are you referring to his trade?
Yeah, I actually do think I prefer the Ronaldo side.
Yeah, sure.
Did you see it or no? Or are you just ignoring me?
I'm just trying to focus on these questions for now because we're already taking a little bit of time.
Hey, fuck me.
So some context to this. Ramzik, I did his DD 2.0 this morning, and in his DD 2.0, I told him to try and tier up his starting RB2. So I mentioned this to you that he bought Lamar Jackson in the last review live stream that we did for Baker Mayfield and a first. He bought Lamar Jackson for that.
That's fire.
Because we said in our review live stream that he could go either way. He could either try and shed some older players or he could buy a competitive player. He chose to buy a competitive player in Lamar Jackson.
That was an awesome move.
Yeah. And then I told him, I'm like, well, you've already bought Lamar Jackson. You might as well go and get another hammer running back too. And this is, I guess, the offer that's on the table for him right now is that he'd have to pay up Tootin and a late first for Christian McCaffrey.
Let's go counter this. Let's go to the counter right now because obviously on face value, I think we both would agree that Tootin in the first probably overrules McCaffrey here.
Yeah.
But can you get another piece added? Like, can we?
Let me find this guy's team. I think it was the worst team in the league. Yeah. So could you get
who's Ramzik's tight end?
He has Fannin.
Oh, okay, so he's good there.
I mean, he doesn't really have a piece that would fill the gap there. I mean, like Pearsall or something would maybe.
You know what my counter would be?
What?
Throw Devontae Smith on your side and then throw him back at 2. Because I think as of right now, I would take Tootin in the first over McCaffrey. But if you made it Tootin a first and a second for McCaffrey and Devontae Smith, I'd be more willing to do that.
Would you? Let me ask you this: would you do McCaffrey and Rice for Tootin, a late projected first, and like Waddle?
Yeah,
maybe he could do that too, because then you're getting a point upgrade as well at the wide receiver position. That way, or I mean, as simple as it sounds, we could even just say, "Hey, give me McCaffrey in a second, and I'll give you Tootin in a first." Right?
McCaffrey in a second. Yeah. I think that makes sense to you. I'm willing to give Tootin plus. I just think Tootin plus the first straight up without getting some type of insulation back is a little too much for me.
Yeah,
I honestly think Tootin in a first, you might even be able to get like Chase Brown for that. Or you
it's dead even by my rankings here, knowing that this guy's second is going to be early as well.
So shout out Ramzik. He is in here right now. He said he's a big Eagles fan and he loves Rasheed. Okay, so let's take a look then. Like maybe if we can workshop it. Worst total. So he loves her she, and he's an Eagles fan. So probably neither of those are going to work.
I just think what I just said is the best option. Ask for his 2-back.
Yeah, ask for his 2 then. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Even if he doesn't give you your 27-2, just ask for his 28-2 then.
You also asked Devontae Smith and Alec or Javonte Williams and Tootin. I would take Javonte and Tootin there personally, just because like I'm a little bit lower on Alec Pierce. And I do think in your spot, knowing that you need more running back production, you have elite wide receiver value. Like to me, Javonte plus Tootin in that specific deal is going to equate to more point equity. Like if we're looking Javonte plus Tootin, if Javante's a, let's say 15.5 to 16 point per game score, Tootin's probably about a 14 point per game score. You're looking at 30 there. I'd probably put Devontae Smith and Javonte, given where they go in redraft right now, probably about a 0.5 point per game spread. Like if you favor Devontae Smith, but realistically probably about even. And then at that point, I think Alec Pierce is probably more of like a 12 point per game score this year.
Yeah, I don't disagree. This was the deal that he had on the table. Neighbors for Genty straight. Again, I'll take Genty straight, and I'll also
the Straw Hats. I recognize the name. Maybe he just has that name in all leagues, but the Straw Hats I recognize is his name, and I believe Flocked Up.
Yeah, I think it is. It's probably in Flocked Up, but yeah, I would prefer Genty in a vacuum. I think it's fair either way though, depending on positional need for one team versus the other.
Yeah. No, I think that deal makes a ton of sense. So,
all right, I think we're good on trade questions now. We should be good to just go through team reviews. Okay, so we had a couple more reviews submitted since we started with Aya and JFull submitting. So we better keep on track here and not argue about Michael Wilson versus Marvin Harrison Jr. Victorious Secret here. Let me make sure I got up on the side here, which this is a DD 2.0 and he doesn't have anything in the DMs. All right.
That's good.
So Victorious Secret is in number 8. He's in purgatory. So we're going to have some work to do here, Danny. Feel good at quarterback. He's high on Stroud. He's weak at running back and tight end. He received an offer of Tootin for Corum and a second.
Keep in mind he's in purgatory.
Yeah, keep in mind he's in purgatory. It's not like an excellent offer though. Achan, Scadaboo.
Well, no, he would get Tootin for Corum in a second.
Oh, true. Okay. All right. That's not. Yeah, keep in mind he's in purgatory, but that's a pretty decent.
I don't think he can win with this team. We'll go to the contender. There's juggernaut in this league. There's 4 strong contenders. You're not winning. Like, let's go to the contender rankings. He's probably like 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Oh, yeah. I gave you a little too much credit then.
I mean, yeah, you have 2 players that are going inside the top 5 rounds of redraft. Like Cook and Chase are pretty much it.
Ideally, you would have this team as well as 2 extra first banked up. Ideally. Like you're coming off a 2-12 year. I'm assuming, what did he use that pick on? He just went 2-12.
He might have traded. He has Casey Concepcion on his team. He might have sold his one for like maybe he bought Chase or something where he had to give up a couple of assets.
Oh, I wouldn't have consolidated with this.
I don't know if that's what he did or not. I'm just assuming that's what he did because of where his asset value went, or maybe he even bought James Cook with one of his high picks.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it a stack with you here, brother. I'm not competing with this team. I'm not anywhere close to competing with this team. I'm probably at least a year, if not 2028 away.
Yeah.
Like you have Chase, you have Cook, you have Lawrence. Those are your hammers from a point.
Well, he said he likes Stroud too. That's fine. You have 2 quarterbacks.
Sure, you can keep him. He's 24, but realistically, from a projection standpoint, he's quarterback 20-ish, quarterback 18 to 19-ish, maybe.
If you think he's going to be sick though, like that's fine.
Fair. But like even still, even if Stroud was a 19 point per game scorer, do you think you're winning the championship with this?
No, definitely not. Because Tootin could smash, and I still think you wouldn't win the championship. Like let's say you make that Tootin trade, he smashes, has a RB11 overall season or whatever. I don't think you win the league either way.
I'll keep it very simple here too. We're gonna have 3 decisions on for you when we submit that 2.0. 2 of them are gonna be trying to sell and tear down from Jamar Chase and James Cook. Those are the 2 things that leap off the page to me. If you can liquidate James Cook into 2+ first of future value, let's say it's a 27 and a 28 first from maybe a middle-ish type of contender, like maybe not the juggernaut, because the juggernaut just so easily projects 110 to 112. But if you can get more of like the number 4 team that's the strong contender, and you can get him to give you a 27, 28, 1, convince him that, oh, you're a James Cook away from taking down the juggernaut, even if you don't really believe that, like that would be the avenue. And on top of that, can you get Chase and turn them into, I mean,
Tetero and McMillan and 2-1s.
Yeah, Cornell.
Like yeah, you're going to need to tear down to a young receiver. Go after Neighbors. Go after Lemon. Go after Igbuka. Go after those types of guys, Brendon, and collect ones in the process as well. Because Scribbles in the chat, he's like, Ted Hurst is wide receiver 4. Manungai is RB.
You're just not competing.
You're just not. Like, you'd have to be right about pretty much every take you have, which is maybe you think Tank Dell, CJ Stroud, oh my God, back to 2023 or whatever. Like, it's just, unless that happens, you're screwed pretty much.
So what else did he have listed down in the thing, in the note? Go back up.
So he also said Achane, Scatteraboo, Travion, Nix, CeeDee Lamb, Chuba, Devontae Adams.
So he covered it pretty much then. He basically said, like, maybe I look to move James Cook or even Jamar Chase for the right package. I don't even think it's just like maybe. I think like that is where you need to go to get this team into the right spot. Because again, we talked about it in the Rebuilders video. Obviously, the contending video is going to be coming out tomorrow too. Go watch that Rebuilders video as well. Basically, the thing we pointed out is when you're in a balanced situation, never even mind a purgatory situation, the first thing you have to do is look at how many teams have a strong contender or juggernaut label in your league, or even balance for that matter. Like, I would even point to the fact that 7-7 team is probably above you in the contention ranking.
Yeah, and even, I mean, this guy's team is balanced, but just because he has picks.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you sort by contending rankings, like even if you go to the other purgatory team, he's in okay shape. If you go to this balanced team, he's in okay shape. Like these, we're talking about the 7th and 8th best contending teams in the league, not any of these guys who are in better shape. That guy, McCaffrey and Gibbs. This guy has good receivers, good running backs. This guy's team is way more complete. This is what you would want your team to look like, ideally. Like it would look as complete as this guy's. And this guy's 4th in contending rankings.
How close can he get to contending for the 101? How many teams are ranked lower than him? And what are the bars? Can you go to the 10 through 12 here? I'm curious what the bars look like.
Here,
so we're in purgatory. Oh, we're in purgatory.
You can see it better.
Okay, so looks like at least one pipsqueak, if not two.
Yeah, two. Looks like 2 pipsqueaks here.
So if that's the case, realistically, you make one small move, which not one small move because James Cook's still big, but like you make the James Cook move, you're at least top 3 in terms of overall pick projection next year, 101, 102, or 103. And if you make a Jamar Chase move, who knows? Like from a pure contention status, why can't you be up there with the 11 and the 12? Realistically, everything in your possibility at this point should be transitioning production value now into future value. You don't have to be labeled a pipsqueak, but can you turn? Can you
strong
change
rebuilder is ideally given the assets he has. I think he can get himself to a strong rebuilder.
You want to be a pipsqueak in terms of contention status this year, but you want to be labeled a strong rebuilder on the site because you've accumulated so much future assets.
Yeah, and I think the definition of purgatory, Jordan, is on the site, you have to be outside of the top 6 in contention value, but also I think you need to be outside of the top 3 in rebuilding value as well, or something like that. So you're not a rebuilder who's top 6 in rebuilding value, but you're also not a contender, which is the worst position you can possibly be in Dynasty, is that you're neither. You're destined to have the 104, 105 in the rookie draft the next year.
And a pipsqueak, I believe, is bottom 3 in both, right?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, again, like I said, like you want to get yourself down to the pipsqueak. I'm more so talking about in relation to your contention status this year. If you can have their bar and contender, but also still be labeled as a strong rebuilder because you've accumulated, let's just say 3 or 4 extra ones, like that is a very good spot to be.
This guy has 3 ones right here. 27 first, 27 first, 28 first. How much, like, hey, you interested in Jamar Chase, pal?
Hey,
you got a great team.
Hey, yo, you can win this year. Give me Carnell Tate in your 227 ones right now.
Exactly.
Jamar Chase is yours.
Or Igbuka and 27 and 28 one or something. Like if he's going to drive a hard bargain, you could probably offload Cook and Jamar Chase to this guy. Ask for all 3 ones in Carnell Tate.
Yeah, no, I feel like for the most part, even though you are listed purgatory, there are very clear signs to be able to get out of it. I am just very curious because, again, you went 2-12. Ideally, this past year, you would have had a Jeremiah Love to either tear down from Murad here, but I'm assuming because you have Chase, maybe, like, unfortunately, like Corey said, you might have, like, moved extra plus to move up from 101 to him.
Yeah, and also, first and foremost, target these teams first.
Insane name.
Yeah, like White Peters, that's crazy. Like target these guys and try and sell them Chase and those types of players first because you'd rather get there.
Oh yeah, you want to skumaz them and to give you an early one.
Yeah, you want a true purgatory / low end contenders first, not like you give that guy Jamar Chase and he's probably winning the league. So like that's the challenging thing is you got to treat those as late ones then at that point in time. But yeah, you got some work to do. He mentions who's on the trade block. Everybody that you listed here is only contending trade block guys, except for maybe Trevion, but I'm not really willing to buy a young running back unless maybe you could pivot James Cook into Trevion plus, then you could potentially do something like that.
Yeah, so to sum it up for the 3 decisions, we go back to his team real quick just to give him a little summary. Jamar Chase, try to tear down Carnell Tate plus 2-1, something like that would make a ton of sense. James Cook, you can liquidate for 2 future ones or maybe even more if this is a contending league market. If people love running backs, you can sell them on the idea of the fact that maybe this year with Joe Brady, he has a 18, 19 plus point per game ceiling. And then the other thing I would probably list down here is at that point, if you've made those moves, any pieces like
Rashad White, Blake Corum, Isaiah
Kyle
Likely.
Monangai, yeah. If they emerge at any point with productive or production in season, you can liquidate for 2s, for 3s, for any type of future capital. But yeah, we'll have that all listed down. Those would be the 3 main decisions just off the head. And obviously we kind of talked through what we'd be looking for. We mentioned some specific names, but generally just take the process of the names that we're saying and try to apply it. If it's not Carnell Tate, maybe it's a Tet McMillan, or maybe it's
like Makai Lemon or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. So overall, you know where you have to go, and we will make sure that is outlined for you. But aside from that, do you have anything there?
No, we'll get that covered for you in the DD 2.0. The next one from Andy T is also a 2.0, and I would like to point out for both of you, or for everybody watching, both of these guys got a free Dynasty Decisions 2.0 because they signed up as annual mother flockers. And as you can see with the one that I did here today for Ramzik, who we gave some trade advice to as a follow-up for his DD 2.0, he's already made, since we did his review last week,
shout out Ramzik,
he already traded for Lamar Jackson. He already is basically in the process of trading for Christian McCaffrey based on what we talked about in the trade. So that's how quick. It's a good sign that you and I keep doing this thing where we're doing someone's review and 2 days later we go and look at their team to do their 2.0 wow. And they've made 2 or 3 moves already. Well, and we're like, okay, well now we have to come up with more shit.
Well, I mentioned at the top of the stream. So Arthur, shout out if you are still in here. He was in here how recently? 157. So about 10 minutes ago, if you're watching this right now, Arthur, and you're still in here, when I was going through your 2.0 today, I'm like, holy crap, your team, half of it is gone from when we did this review, because that was prior to me and you making the London deal and prior to you and Brock making the deal for Burrow. So I'm like, I got to completely scrap some of the stuff we said on the stream because I got to come up with 2 new decisions.
Yeah, I appreciate that, J Metal. Yeah, I think the testament here is that people are getting moves done. So obviously we're doing something right with these things. And
100%.
Anyways, let's keep it moving here. Andy has Enter the Matrix is his team name. He's number 1 in the analyzer, so a little bit less to do than the last team that we just broke down who was in purgatory. He said, I'm back. LFG League's been around since 2022 and paid through 2029. So that's a good piece of context. We know you can trade for those picks or trade away those picks. Sharp Active Friends League. This team has been on DD 78 and DD 103. So Andy's been
OG.
We've helped him build this thing. We got a hand in this beast that he has on his hands here. He said it's actually a tiered PPR tight end premium. Tight end premium is 0.65 to 0.75 based on ADOT, which is just the sickest league format I've ever heard in my life.
That is filthy, and I love it.
Sent also, Marks in 110 for Brown, Gadsden. Oh my God, you sent Woody Marks in 110 for Chase Brown, a Rondé Gadsden? Oh, for Chase Brown, sorry. Singularly Chase Brown.
Wait,
and then
he's
Gadsden.
Asking?
Yeah, Gadsden for 2 future 2s. Oh, he's asking if he should sell Gadsden for that. Franklin for 2.
Yeah, I would liquidate Franklin.
I don't want 4s. Who cares? I'd rather have Troy Franklin.
Ask for a 3 then. Ask for a 3.
I would rather have Troy Franklin than a 3 man.
What's he gonna do,
same
bro?
As Cortland Sutton last year.
Bro, he's garbage, and then he just added Waddle.
He's garbage. What do you mean? He literally is the same age as Elijah Surratt and half the receivers in this class, and just matched Cortland Sutton in target share.
Bro, what is Troy Franklin going to accomplish?
A perfectly great best ball pick.
Hey, ask for a 3rd then. My bad.
Sure, ask for a 3rd.
I think he's poo-poo caca.
Franklin's not cooked, man. I would put it as a non-zero chance that by the end of the regular season, he's the 2nd leading receiver on the team ahead of Cortland Sutton.
Put it at a non-zero chance he's off the team within 2 years.
Nah, dog. He's a perfect complement to those guys, and I actually think him and Waddle could be the brand new Franklin or Shuck, to be honest. Shuck for sure. Okay. His team's good. Would you, given the scoring format and given his tight end core, sell Gadsden for 2 future 2s?
That's not terrible. Yeah.
Given his team, I would.
It's a 1.75 premium, which is why I'm hestitating, because it's like,
well, it's surely 12 as well.
Like, surely somebody would give you a little bit more in a one, because like, dude, if you have to fucking throw Gatson in your flex, like, are you really opposed to it in a 1.75 premium? Also, by the way, love
that. It's a start 12, so you can start McBride, Warren, Fannin, and
that's what I
Gatson
mean.
if you had to.
Also, by the way, love that they added the brackets for the type of premium it is on the site. Love that.
Yeah, 1.75. So, I mean, that isn't technically true given that he has a weird ADOT premium, but
still, though, I mean,
yeah.
the fact that they added that is going to help a ton for some of these reviews, because inherently, let's just say, like, obviously 1.75 is the midway, but like, contextually speaking, we're in both leagues, Corey. A 1.5 premium is so much different than a 2.0, and people don't emphasize that enough.
Yeah, I love how Danny and Bush almost argue about poo-poo pee-pee. Hey, Troy Franklin's going to be one of my highest rostered best ball receivers is all I'm saying, because I've already drafted an absolute shit ton of the guy.
Congrats on your 0.
I don't know. My highest drafted late round receiver last year was Alec fucking Pierce. I think that worked.
Corey, I'm saying that like I haven't been drafting Ryan Flournoy.
Yeah, that guy's a bum. That guy's a fucking
I would take Flournoy over Franklin and sleep like a baby. What
handshake on it. I'll take Franklin's PPR points per game over Flournoy and sleep like a baby too.
Let's go.
All right.
Give me Flournoy all day.
I would be willing to sell Gadsden for 2 future 2s. Would you do it if they're both guaranteed late? Like the 2 future 2s you're getting offered are like 2 late 2s.
In a 1.75 premium, I think you can get a little more than that. I don't know. Like, I'm totally
if one of them's early, if one of them's early to mid, I'd be willing to do it.
That's different. But like 2 late 2s, it's like, bro, like it's a 1.75 premium. I could plug Gatson into my lineup, and that premium, let's just say he's not even like he was at his peak last year. Maybe he's more of a 10.2 point per game scorer, which is about, a cautious projection for a guy that's still being drafted as a top 12 tight end in fantasy right now. In a 1.75 premium, that's still like a 12.5, 13 point per game score.
Yeah, I agree.
So
what I would be much more likely to do is sell one of the other tight ends. Personally, I'd rather sell Fannin than Gadsden.
Yeah.
If you can
get a haul for Fannin, yeah.
Assuming you can get adequate value for Fannin in a normal league market, a 1.5, I would say a 1 and a 2 is enough for me to move off of Fannin. In this league market, you probably want a 1 and 2 2s.
First of all, by the way, is this a 2.0 or is this a 1.0?
It's 2.0.
Okay, 2.0. Second of all, go to sort by tight end rankings, the purple bar. Just click onto the one. Kind of see where at the bottom there, like the 10, 11, 12. Okay, this guy's got wide receivers out of the ass. You're telling me you can't trade Fannin for Waddle plus here? You can't.
I think you could get Fannin plus for Igbuka, but or like you could trade him for Igbuka using Fannin plus potentially.
I don't disagree. Even House of if we go up one more team, 11. He's got Poo Poo Kaka. Okay, so maybe not him. Foot Clan. I mean, could you trade Gadsden for McLaurin?
I was gonna say, could you trade Fannin for Smith?
That would work too. Yeah, one of those 2 options.
Is this Tom? It looks like Tom's PFP from Flocked Up. Maybe it's not.
Tom Cashflow?
Yeah. I mean, Odunze as well. Could you get near Odunze using Fannin?
It might actually be Tom because it's the Juggernaut.
Yeah, Tom Cashflow is a classic.
Let me take a look.
I think it's him. I'm pretty sure it's him.
I think it is. See, PFP.
If it is, that's hilarious because I've done so many consults with Tom before. They would be really hilarious to me if one of his league mates was submitting a team review.
Go back down to that team. It looks almost identical, except it's a little different. I don't think it's Tom, but like it's a very similar vibe in his profile pic.
Either way, this guy's Stowers and Goddard. Maybe you could talk him into trading you. Would you trade in this format? Would you trade AJ? Would you trade Fannin for AJ Brown straight on a contending team like this?
I think you can get a little bit on it. Let me take a look. Okay, so AJ Brown, can you get? I mean, can you get a free Dobbins on that? Like, I know I'm being kind of chintzy, but like,
yeah, you are being kind of chintzy, but I think that's fair. I think that's a fair retort.
Yeah.
Prospect model king Fannin. Yeah, he is a prospect model king. I worry about 3 things with him though: the pass volume of the Cleveland Browns, the passing efficiency of the Cleveland Browns, and the passing target competition of the Cleveland Browns. Not that I don't think Fannin's the best receiver day one on the team. He probably is. It's the other thing too is did Kevin Stefanski have a hand in his usage at all? Like, does his usage change in any regard? Like, Joe Royer, who they drafted in the 5th round or whatever, get some inline snaps or something like that.
So Corey, I've kind of been on like I'm gonna be fading the fuck out of Fannin.
Well, I traded Fannin in a late projected 1 for Colston Loveland in one of my leagues because I was like, I need to move off of him because I wasn't super enamored with holding Fannin, especially considering I have a juggernaut in that league. I wanted to.
You traded a late 1 on a guy that's probably about 10 or 15 picks too expensive for a guy that's 10 or 15 picks too cheap right now. So
yeah, let me make sure that was exactly the terms of the deal. I can't remember if I traded something else on top of it.
So Arthur, I like Monken for him. What I don't like for him is Concepcion in Boston. That's my main.
Actually, I got Loveland in the 304 back. So I actually got Loveland in 304 for it.
Why'd you squeeze a 304?
It was my one that I traded to, and my team's number 1 in the analyzer. So
dirty.
Anyways.
I don't disagree, Scribbles, but also like I just think it's sound process when a team adds a 1st and a 2nd round receiver and changes coaches for like again.
Who's the human being that I said was playing meaningful routes on the
Gabe LaVirgin or something?
Yeah, there was a human being. We do this for a living. I have never fucking heard of this guy, and he ran like 75% of the routes in Fannin's best game.
Gabe Lavernane or some bullshit like that. What the fuck? Yeah, Gage Larvadane.
Yeah, that guy ran 75% of the routes in Fannin's best game. Are you telling me Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston are going to be commanding targets like that, man?
So Arthur, I was as big of a fan of Njoku as anybody. I fear he's cooked after his injuries.
Fannin already proved that Njoku doesn't mean shit, to be honest.
Well, it's also just like Njoku's body failed him, like bad. Like
you're right. We did say the same about Amon-Ra. You're totally right about that. However, Jameson Williams' addition complemented Amon-Ra. Second of all, there was not 2 major additions added. I guess there was Laporta in 2023, but shortly after the Amon-Ra thing. Also, too, like if you watch the games, Fannin was a volume guy. He wasn't like breaking 7 tackles.
It was a little Mickey Mouse.
It was a little not a lot. A little.
I'm not gonna hate on him, but like it was a little Mickey Mouse. I don't think it should have decreased. The fact that it did decrease, I'll take it at a discount.
Yeah, I haven't. Gadsden's one of my highest rostered best ball tight ends right now. I have Njoku's not really. I actually am more scared of Charlie Kolar than fucking than Gadsden.
100%.
Than Njoku, to be honest.
Dude, you know how big of a fucking Njoku fan I was. I think that guy is borderline cooked at this point. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but like, hey, you're a 30-year-old tight end coming off back-to-back years with lower body injuries when you were once heralded as one of the most athletic tight ends in the league. Yeah, I'm going to sour a little bit on the projection for you.
Yeah, Scribbles, his QBs are even worse now than they were last year. Like they at least had Flacco for some of that time.
Scribbles, has this changed?
Yeah, his quarterbacks are actually worse somehow than they were last year.
I mean, unless your argument is they're going to get Sorsby in the supplemental draft, how are they going to get any better quarterback play?
I would have loved to see them draft. If they didn't have Shedeur on the roster or Gabriel last year, they would have been the perfect Drew Aller team because Drew Aller was a fan of them growing up.
Do you think a supplemental draft actually happens, by the way?
No.
Because like it sounds like Sorsby's not going to get his eligibility back.
I think it could happen. I also wouldn't put it past like the NFL to not want to mess with a kid with that kind of concern because they're so anti-gambling, so anti-this, that it wouldn't shock me if he has to sit out a whole year and then be in next year's draft.
That's just so whack for a fucking guy in his prime. Like, but then again, he was also apparently there was reports.
NFL? You can do what Josh Jacobs allegedly did and not receive any punishment for it. But the second you gamble on games, you're suspended the whole year like Calvin Ridley.
Bro, they hate when a guy wants to degen a fucking 4 a.m. tennis game for the last leg of his parlay. They hate to see a young man prosper. No, I'm joking, by the way. Gambling addiction is bad.
That's how the NFL is, man. They don't fuck with gambling. They know that would torch them if there was a bunch of players gambling on games.
Yeah. Sanders was really good for Fannin. I do not trust Watson. That's also very true. Shedeur had we use the term poo-poo pee-pee. Like that'd probably be the best way to describe what his arm looked like in the NFL.
Literally their schedule is insane. The Cardinals have the hardest schedule in the league, man.
You can pinch me here, and I think it's reasonable because you are working on the projection. So like you can tell me how realistic I am here and slap me in the face if I'm wrong. I'm starting to get the point where I might have Loveland over McBride. Like
I'm not at that point, but I am at the point where I just don't want to draft McBride
because he's not even guaranteed to have
Harrison quite a bit, as we know.
Well, there's very big target competition. Jeremiah Love's also added, who's probably, I mean, even if we're cautious with the projection, 65 plus targets even as a rookie. even if we're cautious, I think. Because I think realistically the ceiling might be 85 plus.
Yeah.
And then at that point, it's like, okay, what if they do turn to Carson Beck in the last 5 or 6 games of the year?
Which I have in my projections, them turning to him in the last 5 games. And Carson Beck will probably be 3 to 5 pass attempts lower per game than Jacoby Brissett, if I had to guess. Yep. Unless Carson Beck's just sick at ball and he's so efficient and they're actually like a 7-win football team, but their over-under is 4.5.
So then let me ask you, would a 27 to 28% share of the targets in the Arizona Cardinals offense be more valuable than a 23 to 25% target share in the Bears offense?
Probably not. You're right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not going to rank Loveland over McBride. I can't do it, but I will do it at cost. Like I will pass on McBride with the intention of taking Loveland in Dynasty or in Redraft or in Best Ball. So, updated rankings post Rice and Jacobs news. My Best Ball rankings are up to date with post Jacobs news. I have not moved him in Dynasty yet because I don't know what to expect. And Rice, I did move down a little bit in Dynasty and Redraft, respectively.
Where did you move? What's his face to Jacobs? Because like he's fallen to me legitimately in like mid round 4 in a couple of my drafts.
Yeah, I have him in the late 30s, early 40s. I think is where I put him.
So I am higher on McBride than probably Bush is, like because I think he's his talent. Like I don't think, first of all, I don't think Marv is a bum. I just think there's a lot of target competition in Arizona, and I think writing off Michael Wilson is bad. But if I'm going to like Michael Wilson, I'm going to think Marv is fine. And I like Trey McBride. And I think Jeremiah Love is such an elite running back talent in terms of in the receiving game. Where the fuck is all that going to come from? It's one thing if you have freaking,
garbage time is where
that's what I mean. Like that's what you're praying for. But is Jacoby Brissett, or for that matter, fucking 5 or 6 games of Carson Beck going to be able to support 4 pass catchers?
No. As I've said, Michael Wilson's terrible at football, so he's going to fall.
If I don't think he's but if I don't think he's terrible at football, I have to be lower on everybody else.
If you think Michael Wilson's good and Marvin could be good, then you probably should be lower on McBride too.
Like if I think McBride is like, let's just say 1,100 yards, and I think Marvin, Michael Wilson combined for ease sake, we say they combined for 2,000 yards, maybe 1,100.
In my projections, they're combined for what is 723 plus 1,166, so like 1,900 yards, give or take.
And that 1,166 is who?
Marvin.
Oh wow.
I do have them projected for quite a bit of garbage time volume, 4,247 total passing yards, which will be probably top 5 to 10 in the NFL as a team. Yeah, because I do think they're going to have to throw like crazy.
And also, I've seen it work firsthand, last year with the Cowboys. Oh my God, they got so much garbage time. It's fantastic. But when you go down too big and the defense knows you're going to fucking throw the football, sometimes you might get garbage time. Other times you get the fucking starters pulled by the third quarter. Like,
I tend to agree with AJ on this point, but I am a little bit lower on McBride in general.
So again, I'm not fading McBride. It's more so the aspect I'm really high on Loveland. And if there's going to be a fucking, if there's going to be a round and a half discrepancy between them, like, can you tell me with a straight face that McBride projects better than Loveland next year, outside of saying McBride was the tight end 1 this year?
No, I can't tell you with a straight face.
So
I would take McBride like probably 75, 80% of the time, just given historical tendency of how good he is. And also, I could be very wrong on Marvin Harrison, and McBride could dominate 29% of the targets or whatever.
And again, that would more so just be way more pro Loveland. Like if I think Loveland can be a legitimate 15 to 18 point per game tight end, like, I'm baking in a little bit of regression with McBride, but it's also just very pro Loveland. Like I think Loveland could legitimately be the tight end 1 in fantasy next year.
Yeah. Okay. We got to keep going because we got a lot of reviews. 85, 850 and a 0.5 is pretty solid for McBride if that's his total. I'm assuming that's who it is.
Sorry, we went on a tangent when we started talking about tight ends.
Any other things to do? Because we're going to cover this in Andy's DD 2.0, obviously. Does anything stick out to you as some of the moves that we would be recommending for him other than selling some tight ends? Is there anything else that would make sense? For me, another move that I would recommend is probably tearing off of Trevion Henderson to a player I believe in more, who's more productive.
Yeah, that would be
how
another
much on top of
point.
Trevion do you have to pay to get to Breece Hall would be kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I think that would make a ton of sense, a maneuver like that. Aside from that, I think you're set up well. Realistically, if you have to run tight end for the flexes, you have enough of a premium to be able to do so. Wow. I'm choking in. Who knows? Maybe you just heard all that and you're like, maybe I do try to move McBride into Colson Loveland Plus. Like maybe we did give you some input with that tangent too.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Anyways, let's keep it going.
Real quick, AJ, tell me what quarterback is better, Caleb Williams or Jacoby Brissett / Carson Beck?
Yeah, that's a pretty different conversation.
It's
for
one
sure.
target competition in the Cardinals offense versus target competition in the Bears offense. Give me the Bears offense.
Why is this guy's team taking forever to load?
Refresh maybe.
This guy's team is loading right away.
Oh, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Okay, I'll come back to Ruger here in a second. We'll do Rob's first. Hopefully that one loads. For some reason, it's not. So we got looking for a fresh set of eyes on my team this season. I finished number 2 in my league last year, and I have been a consistent contender over several years. My draft capital situation isn't great for early round talent in this year's class. Any moves you would make for a difference maker 2026? So he hasn't had his rookie draft yet. So he just has late round picks. He also doesn't have his 27-1 either. I guess this is the team, right? This is the team. He doesn't have an option he doesn't have a ton of buying power on this team. So what is your position in terms of, hey, is this good enough to win, or do we want to make some transitions here?
Well, that's the thing. You've already moved your 27-1. You didn't have your 26-1. You know what you got to do. You're a strong contender. You're coming off a 10-4 year. The DD 2.0.
Not a 2.0, by the way.
Not a 2.0. Okay. The DD review, like what we're going to do on stream, I think you're of the same mindset, correct, Corey? As much as you like Igbokwe, can you get a more productive player this year? As much as you like, let's just say Josh Downs, can you get Devontae Adams for Josh Downs? Can you get Kyle Pitts, maybe add in your 27-2 and see if you can get a little more production there? Like, those are the types of moves I'm trying to make with this team, because you've already kind of made your bed that you're going to compete. So you got to make sure that you're getting as much point equity as you can.
Yeah, transitioning a player like Garrett Wilson as well, who's not a guy that like is a player that I feel excellent about this season, as we documented in the video the other day, would make some sense. Any depth moves and consolidations that you can make.
You get Shuck for Stafford and like a competitive receiver or running back too? I would look at something like that. I think it would make sense.
I don't think you even need to do that, because May and Herbert are always going to be in your lineup.
Fair. I don't think he doesn't, but I also think like Shuck is a very strong quarterback 3. He's valued as a top 20 quarterback on the market. That's about where I have him as well. Like, for a team that is trying to get rid of production, like, you might even be able to get a decent surplus on it.
Well, so 2 moves that stand out to me. Number 1, this guy, can you transition Drake May to Josh Allen and just get the better production? Would be something. Sense. Or can you transition Drake May onto this guy's team, for example, into Joe Burrow plus?
So question, Corey.
Jalen Hurts plus or something from this guy.
Go back down to the team that had go down. Whatever one had Mike Evans. Is that I think it was the Purgatory team? No, one of them. Am I tripping? Yeah, search up Evans. Which team had him? Because you kind of scan through like really quickly.
This guy.
Okay, so he's all in. Never mind. I thought that was one of the Purgatory teams. Okay.
No. But I think a team like some of these that have like a good quarterback that you could trade off of Drake May into Jalen Hurts plus one of these, Drake May plus something for Jalen Hurts plus one of these anchor receivers. Maybe they're looking to rebuild. Lamar Jackson plus for Drake May. Like, can you make let me ask you this. Would you do Christian McCaffrey and Lamar Jackson for Drake May in his situation?
McCaffrey and Lamar for Drake May.
I don't think this guy would do it for what it's worth.
This guy wouldn't do it.
No, he wouldn't do it. But like, if he for some reason thought he couldn't compete, maybe he would.
Easiest solution to that: Corey, go up to contender. Start by that. Go down to the bottom 4 teams.
Yeah.
This guy's probably got nothing.
This guy's team's shit too.
New era maybe. Stafford is on this team.
I just don't think Stafford matters for his team because he already has May and Herbert.
Question though, I understand that, but would you give up Shuck for Stafford and DJ Moore in his team, knowing he's buying points? No, okay. Yeah. Stafford and Tootin, and maybe you throw something back.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't. Stafford's just never going to find your lineup. What's the point?
Fair.
I was more so thinking of tearing down from Drake May or Justin Herbert into another quarterback, knowing that you have a good third quarterback, and then picking up a competitive asset. Like, yeah. I mean, could you get Jared Goff and George Pickens for Justin Herbert? You know what I mean? Like that's something.
That's the thing. I would rather move Shuck into Stafford plus fucking what's his face, Tootin, and you can throw something like small on top.
Maybe. I just think the difference between Jared Goff and Herbert production wise is going to be smaller than the difference between George Pickens and whoever you're starting production wise.
Maybe, but I would also argue that the production of Matthew Stafford is going to be higher than Shuck. And then
but he's your third quarterback though. He's never going to be in the lineup.
That's what I mean. I don't need a very good third quarterback when I'm competing.
Right. So why don't you just hold Shuck and then hope he
You could
gains
hold
value?
you could hold Shuck too. Like I like Shuck. I
Yeah.
like Shuck. But at the same time, if you're getting point equity after already moving your first, like why not?
Right. But the whole why would you make we always talk about if you're going to make moves in a position like this, upgrade your starting lineup. A third quarterback is not in your starting lineup.
That's the point I'm making. He's not in your starting lineup. So why wouldn't you try to get a competitive piece at the running back or wide receiver position?
Right. Okay. I see what you mean.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I guess I'm focused on the Stafford of it all. I'd rather just trade Shuck straight up for a wide receiver than at that point.
Sure. I'm just saying Stafford as a quarterback to get back. Can you get like a Tudor? Can you get like a piece like that? Because I really do think you can maneuver a third quarterback of value, which by the way, when you're in a competing window, quarterback 3 is the most fucking overrated position that you could possibly have. Yeah. Like
what about this? What if he traded Shuck or Shuck plus something, Shuck and Downs for Barkley and Daniel Jones or something like that?
I mean, if you could pull something
difference making running back for Shuck essentially.
And it might be a little more expensive than that, but I think like if you could pull something
keep in mind it was sorted by contending at that point in time. So 71 overall versus I have Shuck very low. That's it's a one. Oh, dude, it's a fucking one quarterback league. We're trolling.
Oh my god, it's a one.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I definitely don't have Shuck that low.
Okay, it's a 12 team start 7 quarterback. Yo,
apologies, Rob.
I mean, to be fair, Rob, I love you, but also like we see a quarterback core like that, like we're not thinking one quarterback right off our mind. So apologies for that.
Here's the thing. The advice
you don't need a quarterback
now. You don't need Justin Herbert. If you could sell Justin Herbert for a competitive asset, like you go find a team that's contending that needs a quarterback. Let's go down to the bottom here. This guy has Goff.
Search by quarterback.
What's up?
Search by quarterback. Go to 11 and 12.
I need to see if I contending as well. Yeah, I mean, maybe this guy'd be interested in tearing up from those guys. This guy's team sucks. That guy's team sucks. That guy's probably fine.
Could you send Herbert to the walking? That's probably your best bet. He's only got Cam Ward. Maybe you can move Herbert and you could see if you can get one of his. Like, could you?
Yes, I mean, I would. You're not going to get anything
in a one quarterback league. I know it sounds disgusting. Would you move Herbert for Ramondre and Jonathan Brooks in a one quarterback league?
I would do it for Ramondre and Travis Hunter.
I mean, I would do it for Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter is 137 overall in my rankings in one quarterback leagues. Like people
are absurd.
I don't think that's right. Actually, I'm sorted by contention.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no fucking way he's 130.
Sorry, it gets confusing.
Probably have Hunter ranked ahead of Herbert in a one quarterback.
Sorry, you could literally just sell Herbert for Hunter straight.
Yeah, I'm assuming this guy probably likes Hunter, given the fact he has all the picks.
Herbert and Hunter are close in my rankings, so you could probably.
I mean, I'm easily taking Hunter for sure.
Right,
but that's what I mean. Like,
Danny, you got to remember, 99.99999% of people are nowhere close to how high you are.
I 100% get that. It's a one quarterback league, and he's the only fucking buyer. So I think realistically, yeah, like if you can get Hunter, do it. If it's Brooks and Ramondre for frickin' Justin Herbert too, I wouldn't be opposed to it in this spot.
I don't know if I'd do that. I don't think they actually hit your starting lineup. So that's why I wouldn't do it. I'd rather get somebody that at least has a chance of hitting my starting lineup, which Hunter would if he hits.
I think Brooks would hit his lineup.
He has Hubbard already too. He's just handcucking himself.
Fair. I mean, like, I don't know.
Either way.
Maybe you move Shuck for Brooks straight up then. How about that?
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Okay.
Any one of these moves that we've talked about, hopefully, you understood a lot of that because some of it was super flex talk. So we apologize.
Yeah, we do apologize, by the way.
The main sentiment, like you said at the beginning, I think still holds true, though. Garrett Wilson, you transition to a competitive, comparable wide receiver in value that Garrett Wilson is ranked around, like Nico Collins, for example. Yeah. Can you compare or can you transition Emeka Egbuka into a comparable wide receiver in terms of value? Can you get Chris Olave plus a small piece for Emeka Egbuka? Can you get Nico Collins plus a small piece for Emeka as well there? So those are kind of the moves that we were talking about. As far as like running back, I think you're good there. Tight end, I think you're fine there. Although you could stand to upgrade from Kyle Pitts if you're not super enamored with him. You could upgrade into Sam Laporta or Tucker Kraft or somebody like that.
I do think, though, the main two transition pieces in terms of getting more point equity who are valued very highly right now would be Garrett Wilson and Egbuka. So, again, if you can transition that, maybe those guys are both like, let's say Egbuka is probably, in my opinion, 13 to 15 points per game. Wilson, I'd probably have in the 16 to 17.5 points per game range, just for me personally. I'm higher on Wilson than you are.
I disagree.
But like if you can transition that and get two guys that project closer to 18-ish. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys talking about Hunter has made general FSE listeners feral trying to get Travis Hunter off my team. That's funny. All right, let's keep it rolling here. hopefully this guy's team. Okay, now it's loading. All right.
One quarterback, by the way.
One quarterback.
So
also,
we don't ramble.
Trade here. I just want to quickly go to because it's a trade. Defending champion, trying to be Thanos.
Hey Corey, what am I about to say? What am I about to say?
What?
We shopping in Louis Vuitton.
Go get Josh Allen. If you're a Thanos, I mean, go nuts. Go get Josh Allen. Okay. Feral indeed. Yes, a little feral. Debut poetry collection on the channel. All right. First time in Dynasty Fantasy Football. So we got a Dynasty virgin here.
Let's go.
I decided to take on an orphan team. Probably not the best decision as a first-time Dynasty player, if I'm being honest with you. But
I mean, the fact that a Purgatory is showing up number 4 in value means that you could probably get some stuff done to tear it down.
Yeah, there's some, and this is a 2.0, by the way. So there's going to be some moves recommended that we have here. Trying to figure out what I should do for the future. There's some decent pieces, but it seems like I'm going to have to make some moves for sure in order to retool this team. And yeah, you're definitely thinking
number one priority
there. Number one priority is you got to move Lamar Jackson and CeeDee Lamb, in my opinion.
One quarterback league, but yes.
Okay, one quarterback league. Even Lamar is going to have a lot of value even in one quarterback.
So you know what you do? Go to the first 2 teams because I'm assuming they're probably the one with your pick. Because if you're number 4 as a Purgatory, that means somebody better probably has your pick. And it's this guy who has all the picks. Oh, that's going to be very tough for you to get the pick back.
Does he have his pick?
I'm assuming so.
Yeah,
he's got everybody's picks.
Yeah, I see it. He has them.
Oh man, I'm not like
this is a B class in this league right here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, unless you say this guy's not gonna buy Lamb, what am I fucking lying?
I mean, you could just take the L here, kind of, and go, hey, all down tier from Tyler Warren into a Kenyon Sadiq type, and use that as the basis of a package to get my one back. Because the only thing that this guy's gonna be
this guy's asking for CeeDee Lamb. Like, I don't even know if he would give you your one back for CeeDee Lamb.
I mean, he should.
I know, but knowing he knows what you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah,
I would need Lamb back in the deal, even if I think of it. And from that guy's perspective, why even make that move now? I have all these picks in 27. I know you guys are going to keep wanting them come week 6, come week 8, when you realize you can't win.
Yeah,
if I was that other guy, I'd be holding those picks hostage.
I think this is your only option that Brock says here is you're going to have to try and use Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah,
I think. Because Warren is he has 3 tight ends already, so he's probably not as interested in Warren.
Corey, let's call it like it is. There's 2 strong contenders, and even though that guy's a strong rebuilder, give it a year, he's a juggernaut or maybe a Thanos.
Yeah. So what you're going to have to do is probably go Mekhi Lemon for the 1 straight. If he does that, maybe he'll do it. And then you promptly take CeeDee Lamb and Lamar Jackson and sell them off afterwards. Hopefully. You don't know what this guy's thinking, right? He might. You're thinking rationally, though, Danny. You're thinking rationally. He doesn't know for sure what you're thinking. He might be dumb enough to be like, "Oh, that's a mid first that I'm giving up." Maybe he's not, but he might be dumb enough to think that.
I'm an asshole. The only asset I'm taking off of your team, if I'm the other guy, would be Lamb. And like I said, I don't even know if he would want Lamb, considering he's not competing this year.
Yeah. Again, first and foremost, you're a new Dynasty player. The reason I say you're thinking rationally, Danny, is what if everybody in this league is a first-time Dynasty player, right?
Fair.
He might not have the knowledge that you have on how you would handle that situation.
So fair, but I like to think he probably does if he's collected 12 first-round picks.
You're right. Yes, he probably does. And he probably doesn't want to give up any of those first-round picks. But again, Mekhi Lemon. Yeah, Mekhi Lemon is young. That's probably who I would use in this situation.
Brock is exactly right. 28 capital is your best bet right now. Realistically, you're a purgatory team. You're not going to win with this team. We'll sort by the contention status just to give the honest look through. And when we look there, you're number 7. You're number 7. And when we look at the bars of the contending teams, you got an all-in front of you. You got 3 strong contenders, or 3 all-ins and 3 strong contenders in front of you.
And then there's 2 guys that are rebuilding here, and this guy's rebuilding, but not. He doesn't have his own 1, so he's not.
Yeah, because the other guy has it.
Yeah, which is crazy. But yeah, I think your only course of action, like Brock and Danny said, is probably to tear down and go for 2028 capital. The good news is because you're 7th in contending assets, you actually have some good pieces to give away to get picks. And also based on this guy's collection of picks, it seems like people are willing to give away their picks pretty easily as well because, they've already done it. So based on this league market, can you get a 1? For David Montgomery and Khalil Shakir, like based on this league market,
you absolutely have to try. And again, like very much go for it. Like ask that guy, hey, like what would be the cost to get my own one back? And if he says, I would only be interested in CD and I would give you your one plus, I mean, does he have your
or
two
something like that?
or like
His own 2, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, like your 1 plus a 2 for. I know that sounds low, but
I'm not doing that for Lamb. You can get more than that from somebody else.
I don't disagree, but I also think if we sort by contention status, once you're done trading guys off this team, can you get to the first overall pick? Obviously, like I think you can get more for your own one than just Lamb straight up. I'm not saying that.
Doesn't have his 2 either. Like
that's what I'm saying. Can you get your own 1 and 2 back? Like
out of spite, would you just like let this thing go throughout the season? Just finish with like the 8th pick, and then next season you tear down CeeDee Lamb and those guys? Because realistically, Lamar and Lamb, if they have a bounce back season, you might be able to sell them like in the fantasy playoffs or close to the fantasy playoffs and get some pick. And at least then your own pick is not super tanked out. But again, obviously in an ideal world,
wait
you
till
get your own
season.
one back.
Yeah, if you want to wait till in season because you don't have your own one, then you want to say, hey, like once they're back and producing, like be my guest. But realistically, like you have to know, like you're not keeping those guys because you want to, keep them for the next 3 years.
Yeah,
you keeping those guys out of spite.
You don't want to be in this situation. You want to be able to rebuild because you have your own picks back, and you don't in this situation. The good news is it appears to be easy to collect picks in this league, and you should be able to get 28 ones, no problem.
I will say though, very tough situation to take on for your first time.
Yeah, you're gonna
very tough.
Frankly, you're going to need more advice than just this one review that we give you. But hopefully in the DD 2.0, you're going to get some actionable steps. And hopefully we're praying for you that this guy is not as smart as Danny thinks he is. And he doesn't know to charge you an arm and a leg for that first round pick. Maybe you'll get lucky and he'll give you, he'll do it for Devontae Smith or some shit. And we're just not expecting him to do that.
People know, but if you give me your one, I will hold it hostage. Like,
yes.
I know what you're trying to do when you try to get it back. So even though I might have got it in it for one
trades. But yeah, your next steps, like you said, I'm going to have to make some moves to rebuild and retool this team. You are correct. Yeah. Get rid of Lamar, get rid of Montgomery, get rid of Breece Hall, get rid of Gainwell, Rodriguez, any of those guys that get buzz. Both of those guys are kind of buzzy names right now. Kamara, if he gets dealt, like anybody with value, Shakir, anybody with Jennings, like everybody with value, including Kittle and Warren and everybody other than really Mekhi Lemon on this team. You can, and Drake May probably too. You could probably sell everybody else.
Anybody who breathes oxygen.
Yeah. Lemon and May are the only ones that really fit your winning window. So I'd be fine holding those guys, but generally you're probably not going to be doing a whole lot in the next 2 years. Moving into Jason here, all team
Jason's
IR.
An OG too.
This is also an OG. He's got a great looking squad, so we can probably be going through this one in decent timing. This is not a 2.0, so we should have a good amount to go through. Going into year 2 for this league, he said team kind of caught in the middle. Come on, buddy.
I don't know who caught in the middle, bro. You're doing fine.
You're number 3 in contending window asset value. I mean, this guy's got a great fucking competitive team with McCaffrey, JT, Chase, and St. Brown. Like that's gonna be hard to beat, no questions asked. This guy's got a good team as well, but like.
The 102, the 103.
Back, you're kind of in good shape also. And you have the 102 and 103
Who has the 101?
You still get to spend.
Who has the 101?
Let's take a look. Marvin's room. This guy's got the 101 somehow, even though he's got a number 2 value in team. I mean, do what you can to go get Jeremiah Love is what Danny's pointing out here.
So would you give him McMillan and the 103 for the 101 something back?
Harrison?
Yeah. You could try that.
I probably would do that. Yeah, I would probably do that, given that I'm high on
McMillan.
Harrison,
sticks out to me as one that you can move. Yeah, you're going to be adding Tate.
Yeah, and the other thing too is like your team is young enough and also simultaneously in a competitive window to the point that you don't have to add Jeremiah Love. He could trade for Hampton or Genty or somebody like that as
someone in that area.
Yeah, you're going after a hammer running back, though, realistically, because at 102 and 103, Danny, our 2 highest rated players other than Jeremiah Love are both wide receivers, and you already have a loaded receiver.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like because I'm higher on Tate than McMillan, I would rather move McMillan because I also think the market might be higher on McMillan than Tate, and I just personally disagree with the market on that capacity. Oh, obviously, sure. If you wanted to move Tate and Mekhi Lemon, for example, the 102 and the 103, you could also do that. I also just think, I mean, we've talked about this from a redraft perspective, but I quietly think Tedero McMillan might be like the next Garrett Wilson in the sense that He's like a top 8 to 10 dynasty receiver, but like, is he ever going to produce like a top 6 wide receiver in fantasy?
Yeah, Terry McLaurin also
Yeah.
similar. When he was young, people were really excited about him. This guy's team is probably, he thinks he's competitive, I would imagine, but on the off chance that he doesn't, you could go after Achane or Gibbs. Gibbs obviously being the huge get if you can get him. K Tricky's probably thinking he's competitive. I'm trying to find a team that fits here. I
mean, sort by contending.
I know I literally went through every team already, and all the competitive running backs are on the competitive teams, which is challenging. So,
well, I mean, this guy could use a receiver. He's got, he also probably thinks he's competing.
Well, he probably does, but he maybe would say yes to something along the lines of T-Mac and Tootin for Hampton plus something in return. You know what I mean? Where he upgrades at receiver and downgrades at running back.
He could be a back end wide receiver 1, but I don't think Tet's ever going to be like a 19 plus point per game hammer. So if that's the case, he's kind of being treated like that
with the quarterback. Probably, I would say if Bryce becomes a franchise QB, I think he could do it.
But like, that's the thing. If you ask me straight up, who's more likely to be a league winner in fantasy, giving you legitimate top 6 to 8 wide receiver production within the next 2 years, Carnell Tate or Tyrone McMillan? I'm answering Carnell Tate every single time.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. So, yeah, I would say generally going after a team like this guy, B. Craig or Ashton, are probably your best 2 opportunities to get a running back because they have Genty, they have Bijan, they have Hampton, they have Chase Brown, and this guy has the 101 as well. So I would try and concoct a deal with these guys. And the basis of the deal, as we've kind of made reference to already, would be you getting rid of McMillan or even Igbuka or even one of your picks. If somebody's really high in Lemon or Tate, you could use one of those guys, multiple of those guys, other younger, smaller pieces to go after Genty, to go after Bijan, to go after Hampton. And again, a deal like Hampton and, the 205 for...
or Devontae Adams, even.
Yeah, or Devontae. I mean, I wouldn't acquire a receiver back in return at all, to be honest. Just given how good his receiver core is, I wouldn't even want a receiver back. But Hampton plus something small for T-Mac plus like Tootin or something like that, if he wants a running back in return, would be fine. I'd also just be fine selling McMillan plus for Hampton if you can do it. If he doesn't want a running back in return, but I would imagine he does, just given that he's giving up a great running back.
Likewise for a guy like Genty too. We talked about Genty. I would absolutely do that for him as well. Yeah, like I think
Jeremiah to McMillan straight, McMillan exactly for Jeremiah. Anything you can do along those lines.
I'd move McMillan for Achane. Like, who has Achane?
The guy who had Achane, I thought would be more of a competitive type team, but I think there's a possibility you could convince this guy in the DMs that
he's got an extra first.
Yeah, he's got an extra. I mean, he doesn't have his 1 this year. You could probably convince this guy in the DMs that he can't compete, and you could say, "Hey, I want Gibbs and Achane." Like, you could go after both of them. You have the asset value. You could go after both of these guys. You could say, "I'll give you T-Mac, Igbuka, 103, and something else or something," and go after both of these guys.
Yeah, definitely explore, get creative with some of these offers. As long as you can get some running back point equity on this team, I'd put you up there with, at the very minimum, being a top 3 contender. You're already listed as a 3rd contender, but realistically, when we're looking at the gap there, let's take a look at the contention status.
The contention status, he is number 3.
You're at 5,068. The top guy's 5,537. Corey, you add a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs or Devon Achane or Ashton Genty or something like that, you're easily closing the gap. And on top of that, you would still have your 27 pick capital. The guy that is at first, he's listed it all in. Like, what does he even have in terms of picks? Like, he's going to add the 108. Okay, so he's all in and he has all of his picks. Okay, that's a weird label then.
I mean, it's because he's low in pick value. He's number 9 in pick value because the rookie draft hasn't happened yet. So he won't be he'll just be a strong contender once the rookie draft is over. But yeah,
fair enough.
Generally speaking, you're in a good position. You got plenty of flexibility for moves to make and so on and so forth. So we can continue on here. Going to AK5 Synergy. Really quick, I just want to double check. He's
the top team.
Yeah, he's live DD. I just want to make sure what team he was.
Hey, Thanos.
Thanos, baby. First Thanos of the video today. Holy shit, dude. That tight end core is fucking magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
come on, dude. Don't feel like I could compete against Diamond yet.
Let me see Diamond. Who's Diamond?
What do you mean?
Come on, dude. You have Gibbs, Genty, Chase.
Yes, he's ahead of you in contending value, but
come on, man.
You have my 101 in redraft. You have a top 12 running back in Genty.
Top 12 pick for me.
What's up?
A top 12 pick for me. I have Genty in my round 1.
Yeah, and also keep in mind too, I'm like Genty and Gibbs. This is pulling their 1 core or their super flex underdog ADP, not their because in super flex it's going to pull super flex, but generally you think of Gibbs and Genty as hammers in one quarterback. You think of Chase as a hammer in one quarterback as well.
Who has JSN?
Let's find him.
You know what you do when you're Thanos, right? You acquire the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, you can go collect some Infinity Stones here. This guy is Smith and Jigba. I think he probably thinks he's competing.
He went 12-16 last year, and
I mean, he's got Lamar and Henry and those guys. I think this guy thinks he's competing.
Maybe, because I was gonna say, like, could you make him an offer he can't refuse? Could you send him Tyler Warren and 227-1s for JSN and a piece?
Yeah, I mean, like, I just think in general, finding the best possible assets you can find on the
also Diamond's got Kyle Pitts as a starting tight end, and look what you got.
Yeah, I mean, his receiver core is no joke. Obviously, he's no joke, but his running back too, even like Brees and Henderson. Like, I like Brees obviously, and I think he'll be just fine for him. But and also too, like, don't forget about long term as well. Like this year, you might be like, okay, maybe he has a better team than me this year. But what happens with Christian McCaffrey? Isn't relevant next year or something like that.
Who in this league gave him their first?
Someone dumb, apparently. This dunce cap.
9-19.
This guy's clearly a fucking moron. Go buy Drake London from him.
Yeah, listen to J Metal too, by the way. When you're a Thanos, bro, like, we shopping at Louis Vuitton for a reason. You're acquiring those Infinity Stones. Go have some fun. Yeah,
I mean, this guy here, Kenneth Walker doesn't fit his build at all. Go after Kenneth Walker. This guy here, Trey McBride, if you wanted to tier up to him, you could reasonably. This guy here, Drake London, he's obviously a dumbass as well. Malik Neighbors, Amarian Hampton, like all of these bottom teams just go. It's not even, you say we're shopping at Louis Vuitton, but to best describe the strategy that I just said, it's more like you're going and picking off any good pieces that you'd find at a thrift store. Like a thrift store generally has a lot of trash in it, but you're finding the gems in the thrift store, which is these purgatory and bottom pipsqueak type of teams taking their best assets from them and looking for some good finds.
With respect to everybody that does frequently go to thrift stores,
which I do for what it's worth.
But again, very, very much given my respect here. Our budget way bigger than thrift shop budget. Like we spend enough. Like I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about no off brand. Hey, I don't care about no
thrift store, and they have one good asset, is what I'm saying.
Maybe, but like I'm saying, like I'm paying full price. I don't care. I'm going to the most expensive shops, and I'm buying the most expensive jewelry, and I'm buying the most expensive bags. Because, like, guess what? I'm worth fucking $100 million in this league.
No, again, I'm suggesting their team is the thrift store, but you're buying the most expensive asset on their team. I'm not suggesting you buy thrift store quality assets.
Yeah, I mean, then again, the most rich people in the world usually dress very modest. So, like,
maybe that was a bad analogy. You're going to a place that doesn't have a lot to provide, and you're mining the gold out of it, or you're going to a poor country and mining its oil or something like that.
you're buying the last expensive Rolex in the store.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's your only course of action, realistically. I think you're being, cautiously pessimistic.
I think you're being facetious a little bit. You have to know you're competing.
Facetious. He said, I want to secure Jeremiah Smith. Whose pick is this?
What?
Oh my God. He has this guy's first. Oh my God.
How'd you do that? Come on.
What I would do if I were you, because you have this guy's first round pick, first of all, get his best production assets off of his team to further make his pick better. But I will say, if that guy wanted, he already have Loveland and Warren. Never mind. I was gonna say go get McBride, but there's not even any point. You already have Loveland and Warren.
Bro, how rude! How are you gonna be a Thanos and also have the pipsqueaks first? That's so mean.
Just hold his damn. Just hold his damn first.
Can you stop giving him wedgies for one day, please?
Yeah, no kidding.
Bro, can he have just one pair of underwear without skid marks on it for once, please?
Yeah, go again. Garrett Wilson doesn't really fit your bill. Take Garrett Wilson plus a first and go after a better wide receiver. Go get another hammer running back. Go find Amarian Hampton. Go buy some of those guys. Yeah, buying AJ Brown from that guy, sure, but that guy's gonna say, "Hey, can I have my first back for AJ Brown?" And I'm gonna go tell him to pound sand.
It'd be like, "Hey, this is why I'm where I am, and this is why you're where you are."
Yeah, you can have my one. That's what I would tell him. You can get my one. I'm not giving you your one.
Hey, no.
Absolutely not. What if I give you Judkins too? Fuck off. Fuck off. You're not getting Judkins.
That guy could give you his entire team, and I'm saying no.
Yeah. This is my team. I gave him 3 seconds.
He gave him 3 seconds for the 101 next year.
Jesus, dude. All right, well, Synergy, you're in good shape. We probably don't need to spend any more time on your team, realistically. He does have a trade in his DMs, though, actually. He said, Pickens gives me his 27 first for Jordan Love, Jalen Coker, and Matthew Golden. Any ideas what to do?
Where's Pickens?
Pickens.
Oh,
this guy's got a mid one, give or take.
He's got a few ones this year, so his team's probably going to be like middle range contention. Honestly, just go after a shit stains one again. It's been clearly working for you.
So what I would tell this guy, if I were you, is the only way I'm giving him Jordan Love is if Devon Achan's offered in the deal. And if he's not going to be willingly giving you Devon Achan in any form or capacity, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, he can kick rocks.
You have no reason to give this guy Jordan Love. So you might as well just say, hey, I'll give you Jordan Love and a piece back, but I want Devon Achan. Otherwise, I don't want to talk.
Yeah, or I mean, on this team, I do think not Garrett Wilson, George Pickens would actually be good on this team.
George Pickens would help too. But
if he offered you it's a Love and a tiny piece for Pickens, I would still do that too. Obviously not something gigantic, but I don't know, a mid-second to late second of value.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I suppose Pickens. So, okay.
Does he want Matthew Golden?
He said he wants need to be a part of the deal. One of those two guys needs to be a part of it.
Bro, if you need to, give him Love and Golden for Pickens and a fucking backup, Ramondre or Menenga. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. But yeah, we could probably move on. You got a really good team looking there.
Everyone but tight end premium thinks they can compete. Isn't tight end premium the guy's pick that you have? How did you get
correct, yeah.
So he doesn't think he's going to compete, but he gave you his 27-1 for 3 seconds.
Yeah, that guy's got some lessons. Friends and family league, indeed.
All right. That's a good point. Sorry.
We have 10 reviews still, so I want to make sure we're out of here by the 2 hour and 30 minute mark.
We're having too much fun.
We are having too much fun. All right. So John Hancock Field. What do we do here? Been lowering and middling last 2 years. League is entering its third season. I feel like I need another wide receiver to actually contend instead of waiting for Ayuk downs to be serviceable. Feel like quarterback value is diminishing and want to offload Burrow for a down tier plus an early 2026. So he said 2026. So I'm assuming they haven't had the rookie draft yet. I mean, generally here, everyone's being too nice about their teams. He goes, I'm lowering and middling the last 2 years. Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate you for submitting, brother.
He's like, I've been lowering and middling the last 2 years. Well, you're number one in the analyzer, so you're doing okay, I would say, generally speaking.
I think he means it because maybe last year he had a down year because half his team got hurt
last season.
Yeah, he like Genty wasn't fully himself. Bucky Irving was a missed person's case pretty much.
Hunter hurt.
Joe Burrow missed a lot of time.
Buka fell off. London missed time.
Yeah.
Buka and London fell off and missed time as well. So yeah, I mean, generally the value of your team is there though. That's the good part. And you haven't had your 2026 draft yet, but once you've had the 2026 draft, your pick number, it says picks, you're number 9 in picks. Your pick number will go up because you have your future picks and you also have an extra second rounder.
Yep.
What would you do in a situation like this? He mentions, I would like to up to down tier potentially from Joe Burrow. Is that where your mind would go?
So let's take a look. Start what in this league?
It's a start
10
to quarterback.
Burrow, Herbert, Genty, Irving, London, Egbuka, Tyler Warren. So then we got 3 there. Probably 3 flexes. Then would probably be some combination of
Hunter, one of the tight ends,
Tony Pollard, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a monster.
You definitely need more depth.
Yeah, you need some more depth. So let's find the shitty quarterback teams if they have a QB you could down tier into.
Let's look at who has Purdy, who has Dak, who has somebody in the back end quarterback, high end quarterback dude range.
I mean, he's in the same position as him though, so I don't imagine he's going to be looking to trade for Burrow. This guy doesn't really. I mean, he has Knicks, but I don't know if he's going to be willing to trade for Burrow either.
Probably wouldn't go too far down to get the shock. Okay.
This guy maybe
Lawrence. Yeah, I would love Lawrence here if you can get him.
Yeah, he has Higgins too, so he might be motivated to trade for Burrow.
Is it crazy to ask for Lawrence plus the 105 for Burrow?
Yeah, that's not a bad option.
I would do that.
He might not do that, but you could ask.
This is a strong contender, so maybe he thinks he's competing. He looks at, I got Metcalf and Worthy and QJ. My wide receiver depth is so good.
Yeah, but you could float that out there. I think this is challenging because his need of wanting to tier down from quarterback isn't really aligned with a lot of the team. This guy could also do it with Purdy, but he also doesn't have a ton of depth either. It's this league's pretty competitive. There's a lot of teams.
Who's this guy's tight end right now?
Loveland.
No. Like the team that submitted Max.
Oh, he has Warren, Gadsden.
Okay, never mind.
Non-tight end premium though. So I mean, ideally you would sell Gadsden and Ferguson or one of them at least, but it's going to be maybe kind of challenging in a non-tight end premium to get good value for those guys. I suppose you could go to a team like this too and be like, hey, CJ Stroud or Jordan Love, a guy that's a little bit worse off here. Could you get a significant plus on top of CJ Stroud or Jordan Love to move off of Burrow? Like you might be able to get again, I don't know if he's going to give you Hampton or Gibbs just because they're fucking, they're his only running backs. This guy, maybe Jackson Dart plus for Joe Burrow.
I think that would make sense. Also, Matt, when's the next best ball stream? We'll probably do one at some point. What, early next week?
Yeah, early next week. We'll try. Maybe we could even do one
Monday.
I think Monday maybe would be a good option to do it. But yeah, we do need to do some best ball drafts because we haven't done so down in a while. But yeah, unfortunately for you, Max, your league mates' needs don't really align with your situation here, where you want to tear down from Burrow. It's not like you have a league mate that has one good quarterback and a bunch of great receivers. Everybody kind of has a flat team across the board for the most part. Like when I look at the power rankings here, it is relatively close from like the 10th best team all the way up to you even.
Also, there are two different ways to get a review right now, Raxo, because he's asking, because he was looking at it because his team is a disaster, he said. So probably a purgatory or a pipsqueak. The two ways to get a review from us, the first way, if you are an annual motherflocker using code FSE, you will be eligible for a team review on stream, as well as a Dynasty Decisions 2.0 that will be sent to you within the week.
Which this is a 2.0 if you're new here, where you get three biggest decisions and action plan, and we show you this. You get to take this with you, basically. Yep. You get to get a real plan of action to help fix your team.
And we basically, again, like Corey said, we recap what we talked about in stream. We try to, give you some visual results on what we're trying to accomplish from a process standpoint, and an overall overview on what the action plan we think the team should undertake. And the other way, of course, is by paying for them on the site. If you go
the other option too, for what it's worth, is with the buy one get one review, you could also get one now, give you a live DD good action plan right away, and then maybe save the other one for a couple months from now after you've made some moves, and we can tell you how you did, and give you some more plans of action at that point. That's another way to use the buy one get one, is you can use it on the same team, obviously. So glad to see you dominating the live stream streets. Yeah, I don't know if we're dominating the live stream streets, but we're doing more here. Underdog limited me to $75 a day. Got a few of my followers. That's crazy. I mean, you must have been a very productive pick 'em player.
You must have been cooking.
Yeah. But anyways, anything else on this team, or should we move on? I think generally he's got to upgrade a running back or two, a wide receiver.
And this is 2.0?
Yes.
Or just a review. Okay.
Yes,
sounds good. So we will, have you guys spoken at all yet? What does that even mean?
About Sorsby. There we go. He's finishing his message about Sorsby and how to navigate it in leagues. So generally speaking, I'm just going to wait until it becomes reality. If he gets taken in the supplemental draft, I would say the way that I would handle it is just if people want to prepare their fab for that being an available thing, I think that's a strategic point that we shouldn't take away from people.
Or, I guess the other only way to do it is if you want Sorsby, it could be like a bidding process. So let's just say hypothetically, anybody with 2027 capital, whoever like bids the highest pick.
Yeah, like a supplemental draft, essentially. Yeah.
So if somebody bids a 4, and somebody's like, no, I'd give a 4 or a 3, and somebody's like, no, I'd give a 3 and a 4, and then somebody comes in and is like, no, I'd give a 2. Like, like you could do something like that too.
I guess what would the repercussions be in the actual draft? Does that pick just get taken out of the pool then?
Probably, yeah.
And then whoever has like the 2, if it's the 208 that was given up for Sorsby, whoever had the 209 essentially now has the 208.
Yeah, and then maybe you just input like the lowest player that's listed in the like ADP of the rookie draft.
Just throw some bum ass sleeper player in there when the actual draft comes. That's a way to do it. You could handle it that way. Or because I've seen people in my leagues already preparing for the fab situation, I think it would be unfair to treat him as anything other than a free agent addition, because people are trading for fab and not spending their fab on undrafted rookies this year and stuff. I think it would be unfair to do it otherwise unless you tell your whole league now before they do anything.
So Juggernaut, by the way, is what, number 1 in both contending and value, right?
One of mine says Thanos versus Juggernaut. Yeah. So A Thanos, you have to have
1.3x or more value. From
yeah,
the
you need
next
to be like significantly more valuable than every other team in your league, including second place. And you also need to, I believe, be top 3 across the board in picks and all positions, if I'm not mistaken.
Versus
with
with
a Juggernaut, you can be like the best team in the league with a lot of good value. Maybe you're like 5th in tight end, though, or something like that. And that's what's keeping you from being a Thanos.
Yeah. And anytime, Sean, I'm sure most leagues are probably just going to do based off a fab system. But if somebody really wanted to do like, oh, if you want a supplemental player, you give up a future pick. Like I can see that being coordinated if the commissioner is willing to, roll up the sleeves a little bit there.
Yeah, for sure. And Brendon Sorsby is the quarterback from Texas Tech, who is currently undergoing litigation and shit with the NFL or the NCAA about a gambling thing. Basically, if you look at his profile, he'd probably have been a mid-round pick in this year's class at quarterback, most likely, if he would eligible.
He could have been in like the quarterback 3 conversation, though.
Yeah, I think him and Chambliss both had a chance to be in that quarterback 3-ish conversation. But I think that Ty Simpson definitely would have been picked over them. And I do think it would have been, Aller, Beck, that area where they went in the draft.
Yeah, probably day 2.
Anyways, let's anything else on Max's team, or should we keep going?
I think we should be set. Again, you said this is a 2.0, so we'll make sure that is summed up for you. Again, apologies for a little bit of the tangent when we talked about Sorsby, but overall, I think you're in a good position. You're number 1 in terms of value, and at the same time, if you can maneuver into potentially some more point equity this year, you're going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, we didn't really explicitly mention it too, but yeah, try and move off of Ferguson or Gadsden as well.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let's keep it rolling here. Sirmgm, it may happen. Not sure which direction to take this team. I feel like a lot of the teams that have been submitted today, there's a lot of work involved. Not a lot of Thanos and Bragg teams and Pipsqueaks being submitted. So okay, let's go to the team here. He's got it may happen. So he's number 8 in purgatory.
Easy answer to your question. Go up to contention, Corey. You know what to do with this team. You're number 8 in contention. Your list is
10 team 1 quarterback for what it's worth as well. So his team should look even better than this in a 10 team 1 quarterback.
Yeah. We're not competing with this team.
Yeah, you'd have to have so much break right for you for this team to win. Like
I'm selling everything.
Like Bucky's got to be a league winner, Adam's got to be a league winner, Evan's got to be a league. Like it's just so unlikely when you compare him to like this guy's team, for example.
Also, I would sell Trevor Lawrence for the 201 in this league, but I wouldn't take Stowers with the 201 in a 10 team league.
10 team no tight end premium start 8.
I'm not taking Stowers at the 201.
I mean, keep in mind that, that's a little bit.
You're high on Stowers. You ain't taking
or whatever. I don't think it's outrageous, but I think it's fine given your team. You have Kittle. You don't have a long-term tight end. I'd be fine with it.
I would hold there.
201, though, I guess is the 111 technically. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that because it's a 10-team league. It's a 111 in a standard 1 quarterback, or a 12-teamer. So, I probably wouldn't do that.
Hey. Typically, Arthur, if you had asked, we would have said we had too many teams, but he said it's his birthday. So
we'll give you a brag team voucher for sure. All right. So he also mentions, do I sell everybody? Basically, sell Waddle, sell Bucky, sell 205, sell Kittle. Thinking of selling Evans and Adams in season. Just a few things I've been thinking about. Singleton, Antonio Williams, and Surratt are my priority draft targets. Not sure what to do with the 205. So yeah, at the 205, if Singleton, Surratt, Antonio Williams are your guys, I'm totally fine taking those players. Like this team is not ready to compete. So the easy answer that we just kind of outlined for you is all of these players that are not going to be valuable anymore in 2 to 3 years down the road when you're actually ready to compete need to be sold. So Bucky Irving, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, those types of guys. If you wanted to hold on to Brian Thomas Jr. because you think his value is going to bounce back, that's probably fine. If you wanted to hold on to Drake May because he's your stud quarterback in a 1 quarterback league, that's probably fine. But pretty much everybody else on this team, I'd be willing to sell other than maybe Brian Thomas and Drake May, just because Brian Thomas is kind of a buy low right now and he's young.
I completely agree. As much as you can liquidate, unless you view it as a clear buy low situation, which again, BTJ, I think his value is going to accumulate. I also already like
Downs are worthy too. If you want to hold those guys because they're maybe buy lows in my mind as well.
Like Evans right now. I mean, we talked about him on the worst pitch video. Funny.
1-800 got junk. Get him out.
Fucking Kittle. If it sounds like, he's progressing back from the Achilles and he should be ready for week 3.
First OTA training camp clip of him running routes at full speed. He's off my team. Like I'm selling him for sure.
I have JSN ranked over Lamb. I gotta be honest.
Danny is biased, but only to a realistic point.
Yeah, like I wouldn't go outrageous.
Yeah.
Also, I believe I already made the pick in that league. No.
Guess
Or
not.
are we? Oh shit! Right, we're in another big dog. That's what it is. Okay, because we did a big dog initially, and I guess I'm on the clock right now, so that makes sense. Because he was picking beside me in the one. I got Puka. He got JSN. So he's probably picking at the back end of the board in this one.
Yeah, Danny's first 3-round picks will be Colston, Loveland, Luther Burden, and
there he
Travis
is.
Hunter, and then Michael Wilson in the 4th.
Here.
But anything else here that stands out to you aside from, again, pretty straightforward? This team says purgatory, but yeah, like you got to sell everybody. And thankfully, first step in being a purgatory team that's about to tear it down is, do you have your 27-1? And you do. So your goal is to have Jeremiah Smith on your team next year. And it's going to take a lot of work to get to that point.
You got to roll up the sleeves.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Sirmgm did not get a 2.0, but really straightforward piece of advice here is go to use our trade calculator. Make sure you're getting appropriate value based on your 1 quarterback, 10-team league setting. So again, in your league format, first-round picks are going to be less valuable than they are in a 12-team superflex. So make sure that when you sell Mike Evans, like you should be getting like a 28 late projected first for him in a 1 quarterback, 10-teamer. So make sure you're getting appropriate value, but we could probably move on to the next teams here because you kind of know your assignment. It's to sell pretty much everybody and anybody. Hello, Mozzie. You are being sad without me right now.
Bro, he sees an hour and a half live stream. He's like, come on, hurry up.
He goes, why are you talking for so long?
He's like, bro, you guys are giving up free vouchers and you still have like 6 to do. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, he's mad. Okay. Moz, I need you to get away from my microphone here, buddy. Picking out Rice in London. That's a crazy name.
Yo.
Yeah, this is crazy. All right. So number 2 in the analyzer said, hey guys, just want some opinions on my team. You want to sit on my lap, buddy? Come on down here. Recently finished drafting about a month ago, and I would like some thoughts on it. Been trying to move Allen, Bucky, Rice, Pickens for other players. Not sure if I should continue looking to gain additional value at quarterback and running back mainly. So when you look at the direction of this team, I think it's pretty clear. Like if we sort by contending rankings here, he is number 5, but he's not like up there in contending rankings. And I think his clear weakness here is obviously running back with Bucky Irving and Judkins. With his receiver core, he's in great shape. Right. His tight ends of Kelsey and Sadiq is more than enough to suffice from a contending standpoint. And then Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield are good, but I would probably want a better third quarterback than Justin Fields.
Correction, ambiguity. We gave out 1 voucher just because he specified it was his birthday. And if anybody tries to use that same trick after this point,
we need ID.
We got to cut off. Yeah, we need ID.
We need ID.
Yeah.
It's also Nathan's birthday probably too. So,
I mean, yeah, every day's Nathan's birthday.
But anyways, what would you do with this team, Danny? He's basically asking, it's a new startup. He said, we recently finished drafting about a month ago. Tell the kitty I said, pss, 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 pss. He just turned and looked at me when I did that. How do I attach a picture of my license here? Just DM us. Okay. This is a new startup. How do you feel about this as a new startup? He's listed as a strong contender. He's number 5 in contention rankings. Between his tight end core, I think he's good. Wide receiver core, I think he's pretty good. Running back's an issue, though.
Yeah, he cooked from the startup. Obviously, running back is going to be the issue, but realistically, you also have, I mean, I love Sadiq, but if he starts showing in season and he spikes to the tight end 3 in Dynasty, let's just say hypothetically, let's say he, weeks 5 to 8, he's on a run where he's averaging 13 PPR points per game, and the Jets offense looks better than expected. And all of a sudden, Sadiq is the tight end 3 or 4 in the market. At that point, can you take Sadiq and say, hey, you know what? I'm kind of good in terms of production this year. Travis Kelce, TJ Hawkinson, they should give you, a combined top 12 level production on a week-to-week basis, give or take.
Yeah, definitely.
So then at that point, do you use Sadiq as the leverage value piece to try to, patchwork maybe like a McCaffrey plus at that point?
So normally I would agree with you. However, in a startup, it's possible Sadiq may have slid.
That's a very good point. I'm just saying, like, if that adjusted in season, because realistically, I do want to contend with this team. I don't know, like, what other avenue do you see towards getting running back points? Other than your first, obviously.
Other than his first, I don't really see one, to be fair. Like you could sell Pickens and tier down from Pickens and get a running back. Maybe, like, if you wanted, like, let's say Danny, he could sell Pickens for who's going in the range of Pickens? Achane. Could you sell Pickens for Achane? Would you do that?
Pickens for Achane. Yeah,
Probably
I mean,
not
if that's available, yeah.
I
But
mean,
I don't
maybe
think it will be.
Pickens plus a small piece for Achan.
Yeah, like that, or probably more likely again because it's out of the startup. There's probably a decent discrepancy there, but could you move like Pickens in a 2 is probably what I'd be willing to pay for Achan.
Would you be willing to do Pickens for, let's say, Kenneth Walker plus a competitive receiver?
Pickens plus, for
Or
Walker
Chase
plus,
Brown plus a competitive receiver?
let's go take a look at those 2 running backs and see who we can we can get there.
I don't need you to get down from here, buddy. Okay.
Um,
Walker. Whoops. Walker.
How many more reviews we got, by the way?
We have like 6 more, I think. So this guy doesn't really have a lot of running back depth. I doubt he's going to be willing to move him.
Yeah.
Let's take Chase Brown for an example. Chase Brown's this guy's running back 1, probably also not willing to move him. Let's sort by running back. Who has the best running back cores in this league? This guy does with the Walker team, but it's because he has Bijan. You can go after Brees maybe on this guy's team.
Yeah, and he also needs a receiver. Maybe you can pull it off.
I mean, the challenging thing is he doesn't really have a receiver I like on the way back, though. Like, I'm not doing Brees and Michael Wilson for George Pickens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Like, you need a better receiver back, ideally. I mean, this is what happens in startups, though, right? Like, when someone's in a startup, they're not going to have.
That's the thing. It's like we can
team or whatever.
Yeah, we can nitpick realistically what the depth looks like, but we also have to keep in mind we sort by contending. Like he's probably still 1 or 2, even with the holes in his roster, because everybody's kind of competing.
Yeah, he's number 5 actually.
How close are the bars though?
They're like, pretty close. Other than this guy who went like true contending out of the startup with McCaffrey, generally it's pretty close behind him. Yeah. I mean, your biggest holes are QB3 or QB2 if you want to look at it that way, and running back 1 probably. If it was available to you, would you at all entertain, let's go to the worst team in the league or something like that. Would you at all entertain your 27 and 28-1 plus something else for Sam Darnold and Jeremiah Love? I mean, yeah, obviously, if that's available. Because then you could solve both of those issues, is what I'm saying.
If that's available, I'd obviously do it. I would even go a little step greasier here. This guy, the only unfortunate thing is he doesn't really have a depth receiver to give you back.
Yeah,
but maybe you can get back
like Pickens for like. Were you going to suggest Pickens and Love being a part of the deal?
I was thinking of even a step further here because you need running back, because this guy's not married to running back points, because maybe he wants to buy low on upside. I know you're high on Marv, but if you can get a Tootin deal involved, I think that would make a ton of sense.
That's true. Yeah, I think that makes sense for sure. Like again, when you're in a startup or a startup situation, you do have to make some concessions in certain areas. Nobody's going to have a perfect starting lineup, a perfect depth situation. Somebody's got a weakness in your league, guaranteed, pretty much everywhere. So it's kind of just about ironing out your weaknesses. Like you also, if you really wanted to too, like I wouldn't be opposed if you can get a really good running back and quarterback 3 out of Drake London. I wouldn't be opposed to it because I do like the upside of your receiving core. And I like the fact that Cortland Sutton is like a depth receiver for you or whatever, if you needed to use as a production piece. Like if somebody offered me Devon Achane and a quarterback 2-3 type like Jared Goff or something, I'd be willing to sell Drake London for that.
Yeah, no, if you can get something like significant. I love Drake London this year. I mean, we talked about him on the Best Pick show. Realistically, I think his ADP now at the 19-20 overall area. I mean, I understand why it's there because there's just such a thirst for running backs at the top of the second round just because of how big the fall off is after them. But I mean, we talked about this, Corey. Why couldn't this be a very similar, like if Tua Tagovailoa is better than the market expects, like why couldn't he be up there with a guy like Amon or St. Brown who goes 12 picks earlier?
Yeah, no, that's very reasonable, honestly. Like there's this team has a couple holes and there's a number of ways we can address them. We kind of went through pretty much everything here. And then
good team though out of a startup. I think
good team out of a startup. And he also said been trying to move Allen, Bucky, Rice, Pickens for other players. Yeah, that's we didn't mention that, but you could also tear down from Josh Allen if there's a great offer on the table for you. It's just out of a startup.
Let me ask you,
you're probably going to have a hard time selling Josh Allen, I would say.
Let me ask you this. If you got offered Ashton Genty plus Dak Prescott, would you do that?
I would, but I don't think you're going to get that offer out of a startup is the challenge.
Just a theoretical. Obviously, we don't even know if those two are on the same roster, but Like that would probably be the value you would need for a guy like.
Yeah, you want a
like
hammer top 6 running back and a quarterback who's at least a top 15 option, probably like a Bo Nix, Amari Hampton type of situation.
Search up Genty. I am curious because again, like maybe he is not fully competing and he would be willing to do something like that. Like who has him?
He's
not got a quarterback you'd want back, so probably not him.
I suppose.
Yeah, like maybe Hampton, Love, someone like that. Hampton. Would this guy give you Brock Purdy plus
if this guy offered me Brock Purdy and Hampton, I would take it.
I would too. And
I just don't think he's going to, because look at his team. He's got like T. Higgins and Godwin and Evans and shit as his best receivers. Like but again, we're assuming rational behavior. Maybe that guy doesn't behave rational and he thinks once he gets Josh Allen, he's going to be a competitive team. But yeah, I would absolutely do that if it's on the table for you.
Yeah.
Anyways, we could probably move on to the next team here from Timv. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is a 2.0 as well, as was Shmillo's that we just did.
What a nice guy. I just noticed I had a voucher, but my brother is in a league with me and he needs the advice more.
Shout out, dude.
What a nice guy.
I probably wouldn't do this for my brother. He doesn't play fantasy, but I probably wouldn't do it for him. He says he needs general help on what to do with this team. Guy with his 27-1 is new and won't make trades. Oh, okay. That puts a wrench in.
That makes me scared. Oh, Chris is in here. Shout out, Chris.
This is my team. Is it? Yeah. Chris, are you the brother or are you the one who submitted it?
Yeah. Did your brother submit it for you or did you submit it for your brother?
Timv, I'm assuming, is the one who submitted it because he has a Flock account or whatever and had a voucher. And Chris is in the I've never heard of anybody saying that both them and their siblings are watching our content.
That's cool. Fire. I love that.
We're being talked about at Thanksgiving potentially.
So look for a Chris then. My brother did it for him. Oh, there you go. Yeah. So
yeah, there you go. So he's in purgatory and he doesn't have his one, which sucks. But he does have.
He's got two other ones.
He's got 2 other ones.
So let's look at the overall.
So Jack one and then God Willis it. So he has a mid other one and then a late other one.
So what did it say in the first message again? Can we just look at that again?
General help on advice team. Hard time getting his 27-1 back. He's debating T-Mac in a third for Hurts and Boston.
Let's look at the team because I could be convinced to make that move.
I don't think I would make that move. I think T-Mac's better for a rebuild than Hurts is.
I would too. Yeah, I would agree with you there, unfortunately. Even though I have Hurts kind of valued higher, it's just like in the context of your team, you don't need his production, and his production value is part of why I value him over Ted Roa. However, what about Trevor Lawrence?
Yeah, I'm not paying T-Mac plus for Trevor Lawrence.
You're not?
I'm not paying anything plus to get anything. This is not a team I want to consolidate assets on.
Again, I don't. When I'm saying plus, it's more so like fucking Jordan Mason or something. I don't.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah,
that's what I mean. I'm not giving up any of the picks.
Yeah, I'm fine transitioning T-Mac into a quarterback asset if that's transition him into Jackson Dart plus or something.
He made a trade for Ted. Was there a trade that was listed?
It might have been before he submitted the team.
Or maybe you dealt your 1-4 Tet.
Maybe, yeah. Either way,
let's go look at who has his one because he's not making a move now. But what could maybe be something we persuade him in season?
Yeah, exactly. Who's this guy that has your first? You know what I mean? Like,
look,
second, maybe. No,
Michael Bolton has it.
27 first. Sorry, I'm trying to find the specific guy here. God, I can't type. McCarthy, Chong along. Here we go.
He dealt Hurts for Tet. Okay, that makes so much sense. So
I see. Okay, I see.
Marcus has his first, he said.
Okay, so this guy. No, not this guy. Why does it give me that guy? Marcus. Oh, there it is. All right, perfect. All right.
So that's the new team he took over. He said he's not making any moves right now. Is he going to be willing to make any moves come in season is my question.
Yeah, because I mean, T-Mac for the first makes sense to me. Given that you're trying to tank the first into 101, I think.
Especially maybe if you might have to add a little bit of a plus on it. Like if I had your first, I'd probably need a little bit of a plus, but who knows? Like Corey
I think most leagues, T-Mac straight for an early projected first would be a fair trade. That's
what I mean. Corey's gonna point out, like, not everybody's gonna shark like me.
No, yeah. If he's gonna hold you hostage for the first, I'd be willing to pay T-Mac plus a small piece. But generally speaking, I think T-Mac should get it done.
Yeah, in most cases, obviously, if they're sharking, then that's different. But if he's not willing to make that move now,
T-Mac and Christian Watson just to get it done or something, I'd be totally fine doing it. He might, but again, if he's dumb and he doesn't know what he's doing, and that's why he's not making trades or whatever, you could maybe get something back on top. Like maybe he'll give you your own first plus a 28-2 back for T-Mac. Like I think there's leagues where that would go down as well.
So Chris, the question that I have for you, is he unwilling to move the 1 period, or is it just right now because he got into the league and he wants to settle in first? Because there's
which is weird. I'm the opposite when I take over an orphan.
Oh, I get active.
But this guy, apparently says he's new and won't make trades. So I'm just going to assume that this guy wants to, he's one of those guys that goes, I want to wait and see what happens in the season before I make a trade.
Oh my God. Those are the worst.
But that gives you the benefit of, okay, well, once the season starts, if T-Mac has 2 good games at the beginning of the season, you might be able to get, like I said, T-Mac plus for the first.
Yeah. Just right now, I'm sure he'll be more active in season. So, Chris, that is obviously the number 1 priority is getting your 1 back. I'm sure you know that. That's why you implied it in the first statement there.
Yeah.
That is the number 1 priority. The issue, though, is if you sell off other assets, like let's say you sell them the Watson and the Worthy and all those guys on their own, people are going to know what you're doing with your own 1. So the issue that you kind of run into is like, do you kind of play a little chicken here? Do you wait to sell those guys until you get your 1?
I'd sell spare parts if there's offers for them, Likely and Worthy and those types of guys. And nobody's going to really care that much, but I'm not selling like a big asset, like a CJ Stroud or a Lemon or a McMillan until then.
I'm not sure on a stance on keeping my first as well. So again, like if he is open to it, like you got to give him a massage in the deal, give him a massage. You got to send him a free car wash. You do that. Like,
are you suggesting he collude with real life favors?
Hey, I'm not suggesting anything. Hint, nudge. No, I'm kidding.
If you have to jerk him off, you could do it,
bro. If you have to tell him that his favorite team is actually insanely good, then you tell him it. If he's if he's a Packers fan and you're a Vikings fan, and he's like, I'll only do this deal if you say the Packers are better than the Vikings, you got to suck it up.
Yeah, chill.
Hey, yo,
where is it?
Pause. Double pause.
Okay. Let's keep it rolling here. I think, again, Chris, you might be in a position where you might just have to play chicken with this guy. Because I don't want to do anything else until I get my first back. Realistically. Exactly. I want my picks back, all of them.
And gave David goddamn Putney just because I feel like it.
Yeah. So that's pretty much where you're at this point in time. The answer is you're a purgatory team. You shed all the aging assets. That's the ultimate advice here.
So because we didn't explicitly say it, Corey kind of implied it here, though. Once you get your first back, Stroud, Tua, Christian Watson, Xavier Worthy, Jordan Mason, Isaiah Likely, AJ Barner, whoever the fuck has value in season.
AJ Barner doesn't. You tried to sneak him in there.
You caught on.
I did catch on. But yes, anybody who has value, Isaiah Likely, Christian Watson, etc. Spit on it. That's crazy.
Take Scribble's advice.
That you're selling everybody and anybody. And again, I don't know if you're new to Dynasty necessarily, Chris, but if everyone in your league is new to Dynasty, they might be hesitant to give up 28 capital. But since you've already collected some, I'm going to assume it's very easy to collect. So I would suggest if people aren't going to give you 27 capital, like you're not going to be anywhere close to competing anytime soon. So by all means, own the 2028 class. You know what I mean? Like you could, if somebody's going to be like, I'm not going to give you any 27 capital for Christian Watson, but I would give you my 28 first for Watson and Mason or something like that. You can definitely, you can probably find some moves like that.
Corey did not like that.
I did not. No, I didn't. But I think we can keep it going here. We have TraverseTavern, Herald the Diablos. First-time Dynasty, a lot of first-time Dynasty players. And you know what? Rylan asked this earlier in the stream, and I think it's proof that it is helping people because this is now what, the 4th or 5th person that said they're a first-time Dynasty player. And this again is this one's actually not a 2.0, but the last one in Chris's case was a 2.0. So hopefully this is make it prove that the product is actually helping people. So Harold the Diablo, he's a first-time Dynasty player looking for potential advice on how to rebuild how to plan my rebuild for the next few years. So, I mean, you have a couple of really good foundational rebuilding assets. I think Drake May, Cam Ward can definitely stay on a team like this. I would probably sell everybody not named Drake May, Cam Ward, and Carnell Tate, though. Realistically.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Everybody else would be gone.
And even Cam Ward, I'm not married to because you guys, I'm not guaranteed saying Cam Ward's going to be sick either.
I would be willing to keep Cam.
But you have Tate and Ward together, so that's why I'm saying it's probably fine if you keep both of them.
Daniel Jones, Bucky Irving, Jordan Mason, Kenny Gainwell, Chris Olave, Justin Jefferson, Quentin Johnson, Jacoby Myers, Jake Ferguson, George Kittle, Brent Strange, whoever the fuck has a pulse and is producing. And guess what? When you got that strong, bright blue label that says strong rebuilder, I don't care about players. I care about liquidity. You're number 2 in picks. Let's up that number. Let's get to number 1.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers in this bracket. I jerk off at least 3 times a day. Trevion Henderson, fuck you. Sorry, I'm just quoting a bunch of movies now. Trevion Henderson, you didn't mention there, but I'm okay selling him as well. Even though he's a young running back, I do think he's.
I just think because
he's such a coin flip dynasty asset. If you
because he has May,
yeah,
maybe you keep him.
Maybe, yeah. If you told me there's a crystal ball and Trevion Henderson was RB4 overall in fantasy this year, I would say, yeah, he's capable of doing it. And then if there was a crystal ball told me he was 29 in fantasy this year, I'd be like, yeah, I think he could do that too.
Yeah, very wide range of outcomes. I think in this team, because you have you're already well on your path. You have 227 first, like one including your own, and you have the avenues to get more with Jefferson, with Daniel Jones, with Chris Olave, guys like that. Like, can you add 2 or 3 first? And then at that point, maybe you're like, hey, you know what? Let me see what Henderson ends up being into. If he's the dynasty RB5 by the time the year ends, then maybe you sell him for a fucking god offer.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely. So basically, you're just going to hunt down everybody.
This is a good point too, by the way. Very spiky player. If he has a 26-point fantasy outing.
Not only that, but also very spiky, dependent on the other back in his backfield. So if Stevenson blows his hamstring in training camp or something, that's when you sell Henderson as well. Yeah. So, but in that case, maybe you're just like, I'm just going to hold Henderson because I believe in him. I'm just not as high on Henderson, the player. So
I'm higher than Corey is on Henderson, but I am a little bit nervous after how the playoff stretch kind of went.
I've never been able to shake the feeling that I don't think he's a great in between the tackles runner ever since his freshman tape at Ohio State. Like I've literally thought that for that long that he's not.
You know what it is, right?
Tackles.
You know what it is, right? It's the DeAndre Swift factor.
Yeah, Swift was exactly his prospect model comp.
Yeah, which makes sense now. Like after looking at the rookie seasons, honestly,
Swift top 24 running back every year of his career. So realistically, if Henderson turns into Swift, that would be a pretty good.
Henderson wasn't year 1, no. He's top 24 this year, no.
He might have been top 24.
I mean, he had like what 1,300 yards from scrimmage. He might have been
25 exactly. So very close.
Close.
Final finish, I'm sure he was 21. So it was pretty close. But anyways. But you're finding teams like go, as we always talk about when you're in purgatory or you're a strong rebuilder, convince these guys, blow some sunshine up their ass that they're a balanced team, but with one fail swoop of the trade calculator or whatever, Chris Olave is going to bring him to the promised land, or Bucky Irving's going to bring him to the promised land. With some of these guys, you may have to wait to sell as well. Like Trevion and Bucky, you might have to be more patient with when you sell them. Chris Olave and Justin Jefferson, you should have no problem selling right now. To be honest with you, that'd be my first order of business if I was managing this team. Same goes for Jake Ferguson and George Kittle as well. Kittle, maybe you have to wait on because you need positive camp buzz or, OTA videos of him running routes or something like that. But generally speaking, by the time this team gets to September, I only want to see Carnell Tate, Drake May, and Cam Ward on it, plus a bunch of extra 28 and 27 capital.
Corey, how much would I gut this out if this was my team?
Very gutted to the point that, Dylan Sampson is your RB1 for the year.
Bro, I'm picking up use check because my running backs are on bye and I need someone to put in.
Yeah. The one challenge I will say with a team like this is I don't see anybody really other than this guy's team that has an extra pick in it. So it looks like this league might not be super active as far as the trades are concerned. And it does make sense, Danny, because he has first-time dynasty player listed. It's not like you see a million teams in this league with a bunch of picks. And that's usually the case in leagues with first-time dynasty players, is that people are going to be a little gun shy to trade their first-round picks away. In leagues that you and I are in, we got teams like Bailey's in this startup right now where he's got like 9 ones already. But leagues this where everyone's new dynasty players, they might go, I want to see how my team materializes before I trade my first round pick away. But that can work to your advantage as well, where they might not know that they shouldn't be trading their first away if they're a lower level team or something like that. So yeah, go find this pipsqueak. Tell him, like, I'm telling this guy, oh, I know you're a pipsqueak. Like, he doesn't know he's a pipsqueak. He's probably not subscribed to the site. But you go, oh man, if you just add Justin Jefferson to this team, if you just add Chris Olave to this team, you're going to the moon. You're going to the freaking moon, pal. So yeah, give me,
yo.
I'll take it easy. Just give me your 27-1 and your 28-1 for Chris Olave. That's all. That's it. Give me 2-1. Chris Olave, top 12 receiver, 25 years old, 27, 28-1.
Bro, yeah, there you go. Done deal. I mean, hell, you want to throw him a little
I'll
sweetener on there?
I'll throw you Jordan Mason too. I'll throw you Jordan Mason. Help you with the running back position.
You want Kenny Gainwell as well? It's a lot to give, but you know what? I just might be willing to give you Gainwell on top.
Yeah, it's a 10-team league, right? So if you sold Bucky Irving and Chris Olave to this guy for his 27-1, 2, and 28-1, like that's probably fair given your team situation.
Hey, Corey, secure the backfield. If you're trading for Bucky, I'll give you Gainwell.
Exactly, yeah, secure the backfield as well. But yeah, I think not much else I'd have to add about this. Tavern is not 2.0. So again, if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to just reach out to chats and whatnot. Yep. But yeah, this is a monster in progress is how I would refer to this. This has a lot of work to do. Fantasy gaslighting.
Yeah. Arthur's called me out sometimes. Like I'll be talking to DMs and trying to work a deal. He's like, bro, you can't gaslight me. Like I know what you're trying to do. And I'm like, yo, like chill. He's like, yeah, bro, I literally do this for a living. I'm a fucking therapist. What do you mean?
That is funny. It is very funny.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Arthur knows. He knows how to talk to people because he literally fucking does it. It's like we know how to talk to people because we literally fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Also, I want to completely specify this with I am not a financial advisor. I have no stake or in this company whatsoever. But if you guys want a stock tip and you want to ride with me, this is no insider knowledge. I'm just riding with this stock because I feel like it's a decent stock. There's a stock on the market called Sask. It's a Saskatchewan-based energy company that I've been riding with, and they're up, I don't know, 30-something points in the last 2 months. And I've been riding on it because there's been some legislation in Canada relating to pipelines and development laws changing. So that's why I've been riding on it if anybody wants to ride with it. But I'm not a financial advisor and I have no inside knowledge. I just want to.
And yet I'll still have you coming back to me.
Yeah, there you go. I got an offer that just came across my table. That's funny.
Wait, are AJ and Arthur not in a single league?
Have you heard about them?
Are Arthur and AJ not in a single league together?
What? No, that's not possible.
That can't be right.
No, you guys.
Do they just overlap in all of the other?
That would be so funny if that's the case. Because you know what's hilarious about that is when we were that is crazy. When we were rolling,
your names were beside each other.
Yeah, you guys, when we were rolling names for the listener league, it would like skip over AJ's name and hit somebody else, then skip over Arthur's name and then hit somebody else. And then AJ ended up being in the league, I believe.
All right, Matt.
I'm not smart out here.
I'm kind of stupid. I don't know. Maybe before the concussions, I could have been considered smart.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, we could probably move on, collect as many picks and as many drafts as humanly possible. First time Dynasty player, though, your team looks pretty decent for the start as a strong rebuilder. So
sorry to hear that, by the way, in the first part.
Oh, Jesus. That's brutal. I've never had that happen in a league, thankfully. That is crazy to figure out. Also, it's hard to take this league seriously when that happens, but the first place guy's name is Cheek Clappers.
Fuck. Is that the... Open for business. I was like, is that the team that got left over? Like cheek clappers?
I hope not. I hope this is not the guy that passed. But anyways, tried to sell 101, but best I got was 103 and 111. So I picked Love. I mean, I wouldn't have sold 101 for that either.
No.
Planning to try and sell pieces again once camp starts, prioritize picks, wide receivers and young quarterbacks. Any other thoughts if offers are light? So you're open for business. So
I see why.
Yeah, great. You have a couple foundational assets, a couple good picks. You got Cheek Clappers one in the next 2 years, which obviously he's a juggernaut, so those are probably going to be late. You also have his 2 as well. Yeah, I mean, you basically outlined it. You're just going to be trying to sell picks and trying to sell assets. Obviously, trim the fat on this team too, like Michael Penix and Ramondre Stevenson and DJ Moore and Jaden Reed and those type of guys. Like, there's no reason to hold players like that, and I'm sure you are aware of that because you mentioned here, once camp picks up and whatever, you're going to probably try and sell those guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. You're just going to prioritize young wide receiver talent. It looks like you have Omar Cooper, T-Mac to build around, Jeremiah Love to build around. I would personally be selling Ramondre Stevenson and Henderson as a package deal because you could do the whole secure
the backfield.
Yeah, exactly. So you could be like, hey, Trevion Henderson, you want him? I'll give you Stevenson too. So you never have to worry about Trevion Henderson and Ramondre Stevenson ever again.
Hey. Secure the backfield might be my favorite phrase for people that like I know I can get a deal done.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
Secure it.
What format would you prefer? Like, I prefer, of all 3 Dynasty, Redraft, and Best Ball formats, the best format to secure the backfield in is Dynasty, for what it's worth, because you can get a short term and like if you take Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks in a startup draft,
Shmillo.
it feels better than doing it in Redraft. It feels better than doing it in Best Ball, in my opinion. If you were in on Henderson coming out, I wasn't in on Henderson coming out. That's the difference. I wasn't out on him. I just was like, he's fine.
I was in on him.
Yeah, Danny was a lot higher on Henderson than I was. I had Judkins ranked over him. He was actually very closely ranked with, unfortunately, Caleb Johnson, who's kind of a bum, and Cam Scadaboo and Tootin for me. Like, I had a smaller difference between Henderson and Tootin and Scadaboo in my film rankings than I did between Henderson and Judkins and Hampton.
Well, Clay, the sad truth, though, is when you take over an orphan and it's not in the greatest shape and it's in purgatory, let's say hypothetically, it means that other people were doing that to the team before you. So you gotta get a one up on somebody somehow. Like, we're not gonna lie to you. You can't just turn a pipsqueak.
I'm not gonna trade with the sharpest guy in my league every time.
Well, think of it like this, Corey. The only way to get out of purgatory or pipsqueak is by going to a dumb guy and getting a deal you probably shouldn't.
Yeah. Like, and you have to win trades. That's pretty much it. And we're not going to screw guys over, obviously. We're going to offer them deals that are, in their, best interests most of the time. But if somebody sends me a gift in my offer, in my inbox, I'm not going to fucking say no to it because I don't want to like screw the guy over. Here's the other thing too. The biggest piece of advice I have when people go, this is a veto. This guy screwed this guy over. 90% of people that say that are just mad that they didn't do it first.
Most of the time. Yeah. Like, obviously when there's like egregious deals, like, there are some people like, I don't veto everything. You could send me Josh Allen for Parker Washington. That goes through my league and that should stand. It's like, well, no.
Yeah, that's stupid.
There's an acceptable range. Like, if it's like a 70-30 lean deal, like, okay, go nuts. That's fine. But when it's like a fucking 80-20 or a 90-10, that's when the league imbalance kind of takes into effect. And you have to kind of ask, like, oh, the guy getting rinsed, can you at least explain why you made this deal? Yeah. Like, that's my favorite thing, by the way, Corey, is when I feel like a deal is like,
get the guy in the chat to say why he did it, kind of thing. Like, I'm super high on Bo Nix, and that's why I traded him for Josh Allen or something. It's like, I don't agree with you, but it's not a vetoable offense if he got Bo Nix plus a couple pieces for Josh Allen.
Well, prime example, like the very line type of deal is the one that went down, I think, in the FSC Listener League Dyno with the Mahomes deal. Yeah. And I basically said, like, explain your rationale, and that deal ended up standing.
Yeah, it was Mahomes for the 106 and Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, which Danny and I were both like, that's pretty vetoable. Like, that's pretty bad. But
like, I would describe that as a 70-30.
Yeah, but the person who made the deal is like, hey, I need rebuilding assets, and I'm high on Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. It's like, okay, I don't agree, but also both of us said you should have done your due diligence. You would have gotten something better from Mahomes, but it stood. Even though you guys might be like, that's veto. Like, some of you guys might listen to that and be like, that's a vetoable trade.
Ginger L saying you're scared of him.
So AJ sent me a fucking deal this morning of Hunter Henry and Jerry Jeudy for a 27 first. Maybe that's why we don't make trades.
He's got to be trolling. There's no way.
It's to be fair, it was Flock and Wright, which is a Debbie league. So it's
okay.
But still, Jerry Jeudy and Hunter Henry, what do I fucking care about those guys?
Bro, you just completely gaslit the chat into getting pitchforks on AJ. Oh, but it is a depleted Devi one. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a big difference there.
Like, what does fucking Jerry Jeudy do for me? Anyways.
Not wrong.
It's also not a best ball league, too. So this guy's gaslighting me. Yeah, Arthur, you still here? Anyways, anything else on Akaydn's team aside from, he knows what he's got to do. DJ Moore, Jaden Reed, couple training. The first long touchdown clip of DJ Moore in training camp from Josh Allen, people are going to be hot in the pants for some DJ Moore.
Bro, Matthew Golden does a cool freaking like slime celebration, celebrating a first down in a preseason game.
Celebration that everyone does. Why does that sound so familiar? Why does that deal sound familiar? LOL, he sent it to Ralph too and Flock it right. That's funny as hell.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, pretty much it. Other than Henderson and Stevenson, everybody else fits your build that's young. The other thing I guess you could do as well, Akaydn, is tear down from Mahomes into a young quarterback. Like, if somebody comes to the table here and on these like lower level teams was like, I'll give you Bo Nix plus for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he fits your build better, right? So you could do something like that. This guy has Lamar. Trying to find some other player. This guy is Trevor Lawrence. What if this Trevor Lawrence guy is going to give you Trevor Lawrence plus for Patrick Mahomes? Like any deals like that would make some sense for you as well. But yeah, generally Bowers, McMillan, Cooper, Jeremiah Love, you can build around those players. We also, pretty much every team that we've reviewed today, it feels like has fucking Tedero McMillan on it. If you can sell Tedero McMillan for a tier down plus capital as well, you could always go in that direction. If someone's willing to give you Makai Lemon and 2-2s for Tedero McMillan or something like that. But yeah, let's keep it rolling. We have, let me double check how many teams we have left. We have 5 reviews left. AJ, just so you know, this is your 2.0. Hopefully you meant to use it as your 2.0. Same with JFull and Dr. Brian Harris, who also submitted their teams. And then we have Arthur's Bragg team and Aya63, who is submitting a regular DD as well. And then we also have a super message. Actually, we can get to Jay's super message just because it's pretty straightforward here.
Yep.
10 man, one quarterback, have Puka, Ladd, Egbuka, Rome, Bowers, and 4 firsts. Okay, so you have a bunch of young assets. One is a mid first, got an offer of Genty and Scat for one.
Oh, this is the comment from earlier.
It is, yeah. Jay, I sent you a trade question voucher and you submitted a super message anyway, so I appreciate that, but you could have just submitted this as a trade question.
It gets another one to use in the future then.
Yeah, so he gave us more context here that it's a mid first in a 1 quarterback 10-man league. And 2
1 quarterback is very big context.
And a 10-man too. 2 late first and 2 seconds. I would rather have Genty and Scatterbo here.
Yeah, sign me up. The initial context without the 10-man, without the 1 quarterback, without where those picks will land, like I'm like, oh, 3 base 1s and 2 2s, and what's like maybe a 12-man or 12-team, 11-12 start type of league. That's one thing. 10-man 1 quarterback with 2 of them guaranteed to be late, pretty much is what you're implying. Go get that point equity.
Yeah, agreed. Also,
Appreciate it.
Said in his 2.0, he wants you to give him an overview of his Debbie guys, maybe in the action plan section or something like that.
Sounds good.
Anyways, let's go over
Text me that, by the way.
Yeah, we've been going for a while here. Hopefully, we were able to wrap this up around the 2:30, 2:40-ish mark. If anybody else submits a team, I suppose we could get to it, but I would appreciate if you guys saved it for the next stream.
Also, let me clarify before people try to roast me, because this is my only purgatory team in my inventory, and that's because I have all future Debbie 4s, 5s, and 6s that show up as rookie 4s, 5s, and 6s in the freaking analyzer.
Yeah, this is a league that is, in fact, I'm a Mickey Mouse strong contender because I have none of my future picks, and I traded. Remember the trade showed up in the analyzer is like I traded a Debbie. I traded a nothing for Makai Lemon. Makai Lemon and who did I get from?
And then I gave you DeAndre Swift and a 4 for another 4 or some bullshit.
Because they're Debbie picks. Anyways,
so that's the content for those wondering. It's the rookie draft is rounds 1 to 3, and keep in mind those are like the depleted picks because usually the good rookies are already owned on Debbie rosters. And the 4s, the 5s,
outside of 3 to 4 guys every year, relatively.
Yeah, if it's a high one, it could be interesting, but like Debbie 2s or rookie 2s worth nothing. Rookie 3s worth nothing.
Yeah, what Price, Cooper, and Mendoza, I think, were guys that went in the rookie draft this year. So yeah, generally it's not those types of guys.
Unfortunately, in order for that to show up on the My Teams feature, it would imply that everybody on the site would have to make Debbie rankings, which is not happening anytime soon. Trying to convince everybody, like, you think Mason's making Debbie rankings? Hey?
Ralph try to gaslight AJ here. Goes, actually, you guys can give me a review here as well. AJ told me it was all right. All right, so seeing as Danny and I are both in this league, we'll try and be impartial with the advice that we have, especially myself, who's also competing in this league.
I just made that deal with him to give him Pickens, and obviously on the analyzer probably shows I gave up Pickens for a couple 4s and a couple 5s, so I got bent over.
Oh, thank God someone took Rashee Rice and Meet the Flockers, and it was actually AJ who did it. So Alave and Rashee Rice just went off the board.
Dude, every trade talks I've talked about, I'm like, oh, here, come trade up. Maybe you can get Rashee Rice. And like every time someone would trade up, they just wouldn't take Rashee Rice. Also, maybe you are within the next 3 picks. So that's nice.
I'm picking. Both of us are picking here in a second as well. Okay. So I just really quickly, I want to go to AJ's Debbie portfolio, and I just want to double check who he has because that's relevant to this team.
You taking Jutter if he falls? Are you taking someone
I
else?
told you I'm not taking Judkins with this team.
All right. Yeah, I zoned out. My bad.
I'm a competitive team. In AJ's Debbie pool, he
You
has
didn't want him.
Mike Matthews, Tennessee wide receiver. Is that Brandon Staley? Is that his name? Another Tennessee wide. AJ's strategy of loading up on Tennessee wide receivers is certainly a choice. KJ Edwards, is that who that is? RB.
He's interesting. He's a 5-star recruit
A&M.
to Texas A&M.
Okay, so a random freshman. It'll probably be shit.
Well,
KJ
like
Duff, wide receiver from Rutgers.
Real quick with Edwards, he's like a very, very big speed back, and people have been saying from Texas A&M that like, obviously this is going to be high praise. He's probably not going to end up being this guy, but they're like, oh, it reminds me of when Devon Achan came to campus.
Oh,
like
God.
that's
everybody
is
on
from.
Achan who's undersized and fast.
And KJ Duff had a very productive year, I believe. Rutgers
Duff has a lot of information about him, so I can actually treat him as something. And then Avery Johnson, quarterback, Kansas State, probably should have been in this year's class, but went back to school. Caleb Hawkins transfers from North Texas. He was freshman of the year. I tried to get Hawkins off of him for sure because he was freshman of the year at North Texas, and now he goes to Oklahoma State with his quarterback Mestamaker, with his number one receiver in Wyatt Young, I believe, from North Texas. They're all going.
I have Wyatt
nice.
Young.
There you go. But looking at AJ's team with all that context, and is this the right league? Hold on. Let me make sure this is the right league.
Where am I?
Yeah, this is the right league. James Cook, Christian McCaffrey. All right. What would you do with AJ's team in this situation? He's obviously competitive, has a couple of Devies in addition to a good team. I mean, he's actually probably in a lot better situation than I'm in because I don't really have anything Devi-wise, but I do have a couple of great assets from the redraft standpoint.
You skipped half his Devies, apparently.
I skipped half your Dev. Oh, well, I'm only AJ. I'm only looking at the ones that are in the sleeper right now.
I'll quickly read it. So he's got Sam Levitt, he's got Nick
Taylor.
Harbor, Darius Taylor, Keyshawn Henderson, who was the number one recruit at quarterback this year. He went to Houston. Braylon Staley and Mike
Matthews. If he chose Houston.
And Malik Washington, who was the true freshman at Maryland. He actually had a pretty good year, and he's like 6'5", 230.
Okay, so he has Darius Taylor and a bunch of bums. Also, what do you do with this team in his situation?
Go win the championship. Is there anything else to do with this team?
So in that context, would you sell Jordan Tyson for a competitive receiver?
I tried to offer for Jordan Tyson. He won't bite.
Yeah, I mean, so for a couple of years now,
I wanted Tyson in a deal.
Trying to get James Cook and Judkins from him as well.
Yeah. Well, I basically, like, we were trying to negotiate something along the lines of Rice and Tyson. He basically just told me, I'm not giving up Tyson because I believe so much in him. And I'm like, fair enough.
All right. So you believe
if that's your guy, then yeah, by all means.
I mean, AJ is probably sick of hearing this from us, but you could try and sell a tight end.
Yeah. Also, Ralph can concur.
Yeah. I mean, AJ knows this. Trying to sell a tight end in this league is like pulling teeth, especially when me, the tight end hater, actually has a great tight end.
It's a 2.0 tight end premium, by the way. So tight ends are worth something.
They are, yeah. And actually, AJ, I'm just throwing it out there. I would be willing to tear down for McBride if you want McBride. I do Warren plus something. It's 2x tight end premium, so it's going to need to be something good. But I'd be willing to do it.
Yeah.
And in a 2x tight end premium, for what it's worth, it's absolutely a viable strategy to start multiple tight ends a week, obviously, because Harold Fannin and Pitts, like you get. Let's say Kyle Pitts and Jamison Williams are projected for about the same level of production this year, like 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns or something. Maybe Pitts is projected a little bit less than Jamison Williams. Pitts is going to crush Jamison Williams in a 2x tight end premium in terms of fantasy points per game.
He's using you now to your disadvantage.
I know. McBride is a fade. Why do you think I'm trying to tear down from him? But if you wanted to give me Warren plus a significant piece, there you go. It's 2x tight end premium, brother. You could still make a good trade for him.
Bro, just give him Warren plus Tyson. You're good.
And if the one thing that I do believe about Trey McBride, even though I think he's a fade, is he's going to catch a whole lot of passes. So, anything else that sticks out? I think his quarterback core is fine. I feel very good about his quarterback core. I'm not super high on Malik Willis. I'd be fine trading off of him if you wanted to and rolling with the other 3 guys. But if you want to hold him, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, just hold him. Kyron, just hold him. I'm not as high as on ETN redraft wise as everybody else seems to be, so I'd be willing to move off of him. And I know
on him than
you and I have AJ have tried to do an ETN deal already. He wants Zay Flowers from me for ETN. I'm just not giving him Zay Flowers.
So he's gonna sell ETN to the guy that's lowest on ETN in the league? Corey?
No, I'm not gonna buy him. I'm saying you should sell him to somebody else.
Okay. I was like, what?
Because he wants me to pay Flowers for ETN, and I'm not high enough on ETN to actually make that move.
You're on the clock 5:03 in Meet the Flockers, by the way.
Who just went?
Marv.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't have even.
I wasn't gonna take him. That's why I pumped my fist.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't even take him this high. And I'm
I mean, you're not taking my guy, are you? There's no way.
Tucker
There's
Kraft?
zero chance you're taking Luther Burden.
No, he doesn't. Fit
That's what I mean. I picked the next pick. That's why I felt comfortable.
Yeah,
saying
here,
his name
actually,
out loud.
really quick, I'm going to interrupt AJ's review here because I'm live on the clock in a startup right now, and this might be interesting to people.
And I'm the pick after, by the way.
So,
And just because
you
I
could
said
see
that,
my queue. You could see my queue. Who's in my queue here? It's all receivers because I already have Hampton and Cook. If I went running back, because the running backs are flying off the board right now, it's particularly the ones that are worth a shit. Henderson, Judkins, Irving. The guy that fits my build the best is Barkley, but I think this is a bit early for him, so I probably won't take him.
So, Corey, you have 4 picks out of the next, 15? And then circle on mine, too. Like, we own basically like half the draft in the next 2 rounds.
Yeah, you have two 6s and 2 5s. I have 4 5s and 1 6.
Shout out Bailey for that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to get a clusterfuck of good, productive wide receivers here is presumably what I'm going to walk away with. I'm almost wondering if I should take a running back here because I think there could be a run. I don't want to take Henderson. I just think Henderson's kind of overpriced. I could do the Cuck thing and take Henderson and take Stevenson later.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to take Henderson. You could take like Zay Flowers or Jameson Williams or
over. I think Vlad would be the guy that I go with here.
Arthur, so I have an extra 1 and 2 and 2 extra 3s, and I have 11 picks in the first 10 rounds right now. So I'm probably going to keep trying to sell them.
Am I a bonehead for saying it?
Larson's got 4 running backs in the first 4 picks. He's like, you don't need a running back. I do.
You know what pisses me off the most is that Jordan Love is actually my highest ranked player.
Take him, bro.
No, I already have Hurts and Daniels.
Take him. Yeah.
No, I got to make a pick at some point. I can't just sit here and fiddle my nutsack the whole day. I'll make a pick when the stream's done. I'm not making a pick on the clock.
Bro, you're really going to edge me the whole time?
Yes,
yo, you're an asshole for that.
Because I want to go over I kind of want to go over the possibilities of T. Higgins and Ladd and AJ Brown and potentially taking a running back here.
The biggest loser of it all is fucking Perales having to wait an extra hour and a half because we could have made 2 picks back to back right now.
No, I'm not going to wait an hour and a half. The stream's going to be done here in a second.
He's taking Michael Wilson.
Definitely
that's a good
Michael
prediction.
Wilson. Anyways, anything else on AJ's team? Anything else?
I mean, what else is there to say, AJ? You made the big move with me. You're clearly competing. You have tight ends out of the wazoo and a 2.0 premium. Realistically, you look at the trouble areas. I mean, you don't have any. You have the number 3 quarterback core, the number 2 running back core.
I guess would be another thing.
Yeah,
like you take Travis Etienne plus Jameson Williams, go get a better wide receiver or something.
Yeah, or Jameson Williams plus Kyle Pitts to go get a tough wide receiver, or frickin' even Harold Fannin for that matter. And yeah, fucking Bush is putting me into fucking Alcatraz for no reason.
I'll look at my rankings one more time and maybe make a selection. If anybody wants to send me a trade for this pick, I also
you guys can just swap spots. I know he's not taking my guy. Although one of you guys could. But then again, if you guys do take one of my guys, maybe I can trade down at that point. I wouldn't be opposed.
According to my own rankings, this is where you get battle tested here. You're in a startup. Your own rankings suggest that you should take, according to my own rankings, the large tier of players, unfortunately. Is anybody still left on the board from this tier? Garrett went. Olave went. Odunze went.
Dude, AJ, if you did that after sniping me on Loveland by 1 pick, I would never forgive you. But then again, that's probably why you thought about it.
You know what's actually unfortunate?
Yeah.
On the board, my tier break ended when Collins, Odunze, Olave, and Rice went in a row.
Damn, I thought it was when Marv went.
No, Marv is in this tier. That's on the board here, though. Breece Hall. Actually, my highest ranked player is probably who I should pick.
Harold Fannin.
Give me one of these 2 guys, I think.
Yes, sir.
I already invested in Ladd or in Hampton, so I could take Ladd as well.
Dude, I love Ladd this year. I'm gonna actually raise him in my dynasty rankings because I can't stop taking him in the 4th round.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take him right now.
Good pick. And in my dynasty rankings, he's actually going to be moving up. Like, I'm not even just saying that because you picked before me. Like,
legitimately, Burton, right?
Yes.
I don't have a Brendon share, so maybe I should get one because I sold my only one to Arthur.
No,
But
don't be a cock. Don't be a cock.
Can I take Brendon?
Go ahead. I'll trade down then. I don't care. See,
Nah.
the thing is, it's like I could be attached to names, but Corey, I am not afraid if I get sniped to pivot and trade down. I mean, I did that.
Loveland, then you just get mad.
Well, AJ sniped Loveland. Then what I do? I traded the next pick for 504 and a future first.
Yeah, I'm gonna take McConkey here.
Okay,
There, I just took him.
So basically, I ended up trading down what ended up being Herbert, and I got Luther Burden and a future first, which I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
To be fair, like my actual lad stance to some degree is I almost would rather have Quentin Johnston at value than take in best ball specifically. Like I would rather take Quentin Johnston in round 9 than Lad McConkey in round 4, to be honest, in best ball. But
also, I literally put 2 minutes ago, send offers if interest. We'll peruse them after our stream. I just said, never mind. I pump faked y'all.
Yeah. Also, I said send offers. We'll pick in 20 and picked in like 2 minutes. So don't ever say I'm not fast enough on picking AJ.
Dude, my team is the most my guy team of all time.
When have you ever drafted a team that's not like that?
Lawrence, Love, Carnell, Tate, and Luther Bird.
Yeah, Danny, that looks like every startup you and I have ever done together.
Also, I exposed my queue.
My guy has a dynasty roster with legitimately Drake May, Caleb Williams, Colston Loveland, Brian Thomas, and Travis Hunter as the only
nothing else,
and Nico Collins on it. And he goes, dude, this is a my guys team. It's like, yeah, every team's like that. Okay. School of Brock. Thanos alert. We should drop for that. We should have like I don't know. I've never even watched.
What's it?
But like whatever the sound is.
It's just a sound cue of him saying, balanced as all things should be.
Sure. Yeah. We'll get that drop going. Went from getting, last place last season. How did you get last place last season and build a Thanos in one off season? But I'm curious if I should sell neighbors. I have a balanced team. What do you? Okay, not balanced by our definition, but you know what? I guess you're saying balanced as far as every team is good, every position is good. Danny does not diversify his portfolio. This guy's got like 13 shares of CD Lamb and Dak Prescott stack.
Hey, that's how you get to top 76% on the My Teams feature, with purgatory teams being Mickey Mouse on the fucking analyzer.
Yeah. All right.
Without those teams, I'd be like 85%.
Yeah. I have a balanced team that could compete for a while. Strong wide receiver depth. Love Neighbors' future outlook, but balancing whether I should sell to strengthen for this season or hold. I mean, dog, like you can do nothing and your team's fucking elite. Like it doesn't really matter. If you want to sell Neighbors for, pivot him into JSN and pay a little bit of extra on top, go ahead.
Bro, go throw fucking Neighbors and Shuck and go after Jamar Chase if you want. Like,
yeah, go nuts. Diversifying in Dynasty is a feminine move. Dude. Agree. To be fair, of all the flock creators, Danny and I are diversifying the least out of everybody for sure.
Exactly, bro. Nothing speaks more masculine than fucking sticking to your own conviction.
Yeah, I will have 30% Breece Hall in best ball this year. I will.
Hey, I'm going to be wrong, but I'm going to be wrong my fucking way.
Yeah, I'll be wrong with my own takes, not somebody else's.
You guys saw how it works out when it doesn't work out for me.
Yeah, it looks like Danny's team in the flock league.
It looks like I'm mucking up a bunch of pancakes in August. That's what it looks like.
Take, literally. Yeah, I remember Best Ball Bros, Peter Overset's Best Ball Bros 2 years ago was, these fucking streamers don't have player takes.
Bro, these low T. Oh, I want to be between 6 and 10% on every single player to diversify my portfolio.
You don't have to make fun of Davis to his face here. Like, this is Davis.
Is that Davis'
opinion on everything?
Oh, I didn't even clock that. I just meant a lot of people are like that. I'm
just joking. Davis doesn't.
Bro,
Davis is actually the opposite of that. Davis will draft 40% of Rashee Rice.
Hey, you need to draft 75% Travis Hunter in the fucking big board. You go and do it. I am living proof of that.
I followed y'all's advice at the end of the season to create this team. Put that as a testimonial. You should tell the Flock League comment section that, because they seem to think that we are absolute sand eaters at fantasy football because of our performance the last 2 years. But you know what would be great, Danny, if we just redeemed ourselves this year and we're in the finals against each other and split pot the fucking the prize money.
I'd be cool with that. I mean, you guys are gonna hear about that, but
yeah.
Woo.
Keep it in the family. Anyways, let's keep it rolling here. By the way, actually, we have not said anything yet. The fan competition, all the announcements are coming this weekend. So pay attention to Mason's channel. Pay attention to Mason's Twitter. Pay attention. We'll announce it once it's officially live too. You're going to hear everything from the prize pool, how to get in the league, the audition process, everything involved. And obviously, if you do get in the league, you get to meet us and hang out with us all week in Austin, which is another cool part of it.
For better or worse.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Giga Chads.
Amen.
Anything other than the blanket statement advice? I hope. Okay.
Is it 2.0?
3 didn't use a 2.0 voucher on this.
Okay.
Smart man.
I was going to say, I'm like, there's no need to use a 2.0 on this, but if you did, I would have literally said, like, go have fun. Yeah. I would have had some fun trades.
Exactly. So, again, you want to trade neighbors, go nuts. You want to go buy any Infinity Stones and every Infinity Stone, go nuts. Also, for what it's worth, this is a 1 quarterback 10-teamer. So, Caleb Williams, and Jaden Daniels is all you really need. You can sell Kyler Murray and Tyler Shuck and Malik Willis as throw-ins, but they're not going to have a lot of value in that format. But yeah, this is the type of team, dude, where you take Garrett Wilson, Zay Flowers, and Chuba Hubbard and Tyler Shuck and just get one good startable asset out of it. You know what I mean? Like, this is a 10-team, 1 quarterback. All you need to prove is point production at this point, because your starting lineup is already going to be goated. So if you're worried about neighbors, take neighbors plus Garrett Wilson plus Tyler Shuck and get Jamar Chase in the piece back or something. Go nuts, man. Realistically, it doesn't fucking matter. Your team's absolutely goated. So we could probably move on to the next team. There's nothing else to really talk about with a Thanos like that.
We shopping in Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, you're shopping in Louis Vuitton. Soaked Palace Knights. This is the league I traded 3 firsts for. So in the chat earlier, he said he traded 107, a 27, and a 28 1 for. Any moves you would recommend, like JT down tier, or any other moves I can make? I'd be fine with a JT down tier if you can get it.
Yeah, it depends on who, though. Like, if it's like, oh, you can move into Chase Brown, Ken Walker, James Cook, and get a plus, given what Taylor did last year. Like, if the tier down also gets you a guy that you can comfortably project for over 17.5, 18
or some pick
points,
capital even too. Like, somebody offered me Chase Brown and 2-2s for Jonathan Taylor, I'd do it.
But knowing you're a juggernaut, though, like, I mean, fuck, or do you go the inverse?
I have Chase Brown and Jonathan Taylor ranked back-to-back in redraft, dude. Like, to me, it's not a tier down.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, do you even go a step further and say, can you move Jonathan Taylor plus Tedero McMillan, get back fucking...
What's the big asset you're going for?
Can we get Ashton Genty in a piece back?
He has Genty.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Omari and Hampton in a piece back. You can go for Bijan.
Yeah. Like T-Mac and Jonathan Taylor for Bijan. That guy, he needs a receiver. He might do that. He might
try it.
Yeah.
And you don't need depth. You don't need depth. Look at your
I would absolutely consider doing something like that. Who has Gibbs? Like, go get a fucking wagon asset here. Like, this guy, maybe he would do, like, he has good receivers for sure.
He said he can't get Bijan, by the way.
Okay, what about Gibbs? Go after Gibbs.
You don't have, he doesn't have his own one. That guy's stacked at receiver. Might be a little challenging there. But even still, like Hampton. That guy's got Hampton, and he's the other competing team, so it might be tough.
Well, what if he doesn't have a lot of running back depth though, and you do? So what if you offered him Taylor and Tootin, or Taylor and ETN?
Taylor and ETN could get Hampton, maybe. Yeah, try it. Just say, hey, you need 2 running backs. I'm looking to consolidate. Would you be willing to do something along the lines of Taylor plus ETN? You still get a hammer back, and you also get a running back that's going in the early third.
You know what the sales pitch is there? Jonathan Taylor's going higher in redraft, dude. You're trying to compete.
Yeah, and you get ETN, bro. He's a top 30 pick right now. I'm giving you so much.
And the only reason you'd be doing that, obviously, is because you're trying to position your winning window to be 5 years instead of 3 years. Because if you get Hampton instead of Taylor, you have a longer winning window because he's 22 and not 27 with a bunch of dudes there. So, I mean, you're already in a juggernaut position, good position to be in. The only real concern you have here is long-term quarterback 3 because of Stafford, long-term tight end 2 because, Laporta's got an injury history and Hunter Henry and Juwan are aging. Like, but you have receiver depth to be able to make that happen. Like, your wide receiver, 10 is Courtland Sutton. Like, if you had to sell mid-season because Laporta was hurt and you had to sell Courtland Sutton for a usable tight end piece, like, Brenton Strange or something like that, you could always do that during the year. For now, I think you're in pretty good shape. And other than consolidating more, like you've already clearly understood the advice to do when you sold the 107, the 27-1 and the 28-1 for Jamar Chase, just continue to do that. And because Tedero McMillan is government obligated to be in every team that we review today. We'll just keep saying maybe Tetaroa McMillan you could tier into a competitive receiver. If you could go Tetaroa and a 2 for Drake London, you know, you could do that potentially, right?
If there's one thing you guys have learned, again, keep in mind, by the time we finish the stream, gonna be close, if not past the 3-hour mark. Is probably
we only have one more.
We only have one. I thought
one more full DD 2.0 and a brag team from Arthur because it's
okay. I thought it was like 3 or 4, so probably like 245, 250 mark, give or take.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you learned, if you're a contending team and you roster Tetaroa McMillan and you have, you know, 2s and fucking pieces worth 2s and a lot of depth, go after Drake London. Go after fucking, you know, top 20 overall drafted picks.
Yeah, exactly. Like just literally go sort by underdog ADP on the contending feature and just go find the highest picked players and go after them with Tetaroa McMillan, because Tetaroa McMillan, 22-year-old receiver, definitely could get there one day, but it's not a guarantee and you're already in a winning window. And also too, you have the rest of the team to support that move.
And that's clearly hidden your portfolio. If you drafted him, let's just say 103 last year, hypothetically, 104 last year, hypothetically, and he ended up being a guy that you have 50% exposure on and his value's gone up, now is the time to try to, you know, get some literal significant production, because
it's an underrated part of Dynasty is hitting on a player and then not holding it when they spike in value. Like, for example, the perfect example of this is Harold Fannin, who I have all over my portfolio, and Aronde Gadsden as well if you sold them before the Njoku stuff. Like,
dude, at one point, Aronde Gadsden was worth more than Kovland.
Yeah, like, you can get Aronde Gadsden type hits or Harold Fannin type hits and turn them into electric producers because you hit on the value.
Bro, as soon as you hit like week 8 in the season, you got those threads on Twitter like, hot take, I have Aronde Gadsden over Loveland in my dynasty rankings, with a shocked face. Like, they always fucking tweet like that in that exact fucking format.
I literally thought of the exact account that would tweet that.
Yeah, you know who I'm thinking about.
I'm not going to say who it is.
Maybe no, you're not going to
tell you, Daddy. But
like, hot take, I got Aronde Gadsden over Loveland in my dynasty rankings. Aronde Gadsden, rookie tight end, X points per game. Loveland, he can't even beat Cole Kmet out. Like, it was so stupid.
Also, Law 63 absolutely spent $55 just to flex a Thanos. But yeah, so JFull pretty much in the same position here. He is getting a 2.0. So of course we'll have some legitimate, you know, tier up potentials. I can guarantee you all the decisions will be consolidation based, though, just based on your team. Maybe there's a team or a decision in there that secures you a backup tight end or upgrades your Laporta or something like that, upgrades your Jordan Love. Anyways, let's keep it going here. Dr. Brian Harris using his 2.0 as well. Shout out to all of the last couple of guys have all been OGs to the channel, JFull, Brian Harris, etc. And Arthur, who's the next team. Where do I go from here? Been bottom 4 last 2 years. Do I push in or keep rebuilding, quote unquote?
Question mark. Let me look at the team. It's a balanced team. You got Allen, you got Lawrence, you got Hampton, Etienne, Coleman,
all the picks,
Tate, Olave, McConkey, all of your picks, as well as Laporta. The easiest answer to this is, Corey, you know exactly what I'm going to go say, and go do it right now. I don't even have to.
Are you going to suggest that he?
I'm not going to say anything more. You know what I'm going to say.
Go do it right now.
What are you going to sort by?
Oh, contending. I see. I thought you were going to say wait till week 4 to 5 and then etc.
So should you push your chips in with the number 7 ranked contender when there are, if we go up there, 6 teams that are well within the mix, 1 or 2 teams that are
Gibbs, McCaffrey, and Genty and Puka.
No, you should not shove your chips in.
No, you should.
I know it sucks, but like realistically, again, I'm sure you've explored all your avenues. You were a bottom 14 the last 2 years. All I heard when you said I'm a bottom 14 the last 2 years is I was unable to get the 101 or the 102. Yeah. That's all I heard.
Pretty much.
So you know what you do? You make sure you can get the 101 or the 102. And again, it might be very difficult. Like realistically, you are number 7. You might not be in that range. This isn't a purgatory.
Well, you can be once you sell Etienne and Olave and McConkey and shit.
But that's the thing, right? Like, you would probably need to sell all those type of pieces.
Josh Allen probably tearing down to a young quarterback as well.
Yeah, maybe you can get Caleb Williams plus a first for Josh Allen.
This will be a fun one for you on the 2.0, I think.
100%.
This will be fun, because if you go Josh Allen tier down into
also
Caleb right here, like this guy potentially, maybe he would want to tier down. Purdy you could tier down into. Like, I'm trying to find who's the classic you would tier down from Josh Allen into that quarterback. And for me, the answer is probably Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels. But in even further down the board, I think
Lawrence.
if you can get, like a Lawrence or a Nix or a Purdy or a Dart and a haul of picks on top of it, then you could always do something of that.
He's got Lawrence. He's got.
Yeah, best ball league, if it's not stated, it actually kind of hurts you even more, to be honest, because I would think you have a ton of running backs that are going to hit your lineup beyond your top 3. And you also, like, in a best ball league, I kind of want to be like 10 deep of like, I want Michael Wilson, Matthew Golden types as like my wide receiver 9 and 10 in a best ball format. And they're your wide receiver 4 and 5.
So I'm on the same page there. And again, it is tough because you do have like very, very good building blocks. Like I'm still willing to keep, like if you down tier Josh Allen, you get a young quarterback like Caleb, you go a step further, maybe you get to, let's just say it's Jackson Dart, let's just say it's Brock Purdy. You get that liquidity stored up, done. Maybe you have 2 extra firsts at that point. Then at that point, ETN, maybe Coleman gets a workload in midseason. You don't have to sell Coleman because he's young, but like if somebody's like, I'll give you a future first for Coleman because he's touching the ball 17 times per game in the Broncos offense by week 8, never a bad idea.
Especially as a day 3 back, you never know the long-term commitment. Like, look what we just went through with Scadaboo. We were like going up, down, and fucking circles thinking about if he would get replaced by Jeremiah Love or Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, and again, like Laporta too is a good one to hold right now. But if he's back to looking like Sam Laporta, oh my God, 25-year-old tight end that's top 5 in fantasy right now, and he's alpha and Jameson Williams, just like he was before he got hurt. If you can sell high on that, maybe you get, I don't want to say you'll get 2 1s, but maybe you throw a piece and you get 2 1s of liquidity for Laporta. Like that's probably what I'd be looking for in season. Again, people might be hearing that now. That's another thing, by the way. We made suggestions and people are like, that is so unrealistic. I can't believe you're telling your followers that this is going to happen. It's like, we're painting the picture of what can happen in season.
Yeah, it's more a principled thing than anything. Here's the other thing, Danny. You know, we always talk about, go to the top teams in your league, see how good they are. Sometimes it's beneficial when you're in Brian's position to go to the bottom teams in the league, and they think they're winning championships still. This guy's Barkley on his first week. Go get his first. Wins over replacement. Like, there is not one team in this league with a strong rebuilder tag. Everybody in this league thinks they're contending. There's 4 teams in purgatory. 4. And then your team is balanced. Another team is balanced. There's a bunch of strong contenders. There's not one team in this league that has like multiple picks, multiple firsts. Everybody in this league thinks they're contending. So you know what you do? You're the only one in this league that actually takes the time to rebuild. And by 2028, 2029, you're going to have a friggin' juggernaut.
And it does suck contextually. Like, shit, I already got top 4 picks the last 2 years. I got to rebuild even more. But it's like, it depends what type of dynasty player you are. I'm willing to pay 3 or 4
fallacy a little bit too. Like if you just said, if I had did this right the first time 2 years ago, I wouldn't be in this position.
Well, because a lot of people are like, oh shit, I don't want to rebuild for more than 1 year. I don't want to rebuild for more than 2 years. It's like, for me personally, I'm willing to sink in 4 or 5 years. I know that sounds crazy to some. If I know with 100% certainty it's due process and I'm going to have a juggernaut by the end of it. Because guess what? When you have a juggernaut, you win one fucking time, that 3 to 4 years of struggle, done. Already done.
Not to mention, you could try and compete with a balanced team for 4 to 5 years and never win the championship and never win any money.
Yeah, I am. We are the last people when it comes to trying to compete with balanced teams. I want to be over prepared by the time I'm ready to push my chips in. Yeah, like I want to make sure I have 0 holes and I have 100% certainty it's going to be.
I have 3 balanced teams in my portfolio that are contenders, and I'm worried that they're going to end up being in purgatory by week 5.
Well, bro, like even like don't give a flock. I think
that's one of my balanced teams that's a contender.
I think my team was quite literally a strong contender in that league by label, but I'm like I'm a good bit after the legit strong contenders in my own opinion. So what did I do? I literally sold Nico Collins and some other pieces to get younger and get a guy like Drake London.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And on the inverse, obviously, Arthur bought Nico Collins some pieces because he's going full win now. Like, that's the thing. Like, my philosophy is going to differ for a lot of people. I know Jay Metal's similar to me in the sense that, like, I want to make sure all my bases are covered before I even think about investing capital. Because guess what? If you ship your own first prematurely, good luck trying to get it back, because you got scumbags like me that are going to try to scam you for 1.4, 1.5x of what you paid.
Yeah.
Or what
I don't disagree. So let's keep it rolling here, Brian. I think we gave you some tough medicine, but that's going to be a fun 2.0 because there's going to be a lot of opportunities and a lot of outs and stuff.
I'll be concocting some nice little mix-ups there for in terms of some trades you can make.
All right. Brag team on Arthur's birthday. Happy birthday, Arthur. Appreciate you. I actually just want to double check something. I want to see between AJ and Arthur, who has been the most support? I'm not going to say the actual phrase, but who's been the most supportive of us as a channel on the site? You guys could probably gather what I'm talking about when I say that.
I am very curious too. Let me take a look.
Okay.
I know what Arthur was at.
I see Arthur's total. Let's look at Ginger Ale's total. Congratulations to AJ. He is the most supportive member of
Barely
our community.
They're fighting back and forth.
It's actually about a 10-15% increase on AJ's number to Arthur. Yeah. So he's actually he's almost a Thanos in terms of supporting us.
Yeah. And then now Arthur's just going to be like, challenge accepted.
Yeah, he's a juggernaut. Anyways, just appreciate the two of you guys, obviously. Year 2, finished second, sold Igbuka. Don't look at my number.
Now I'm curious.
Now I'm curious.
Now I'm very curious. JMetal.
Still a very respectable number, JMetal, but let's just say that AJ's number is almost triple yours.
Yeah.
If I could, like, again, really appreciate you too, JMetal. Yeah, AJ's number is almost triple your number.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Spent more before you guys had. That's a good point too. Shout out the OG Patreon too.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. But anyways, year 2, finished second, sold Igbuka for 104 and 204, then moved back to 106 and got DJ Moore and took price. So we essentially got.
This is not what we're implying whatsoever, by the way.
No, you're not a cheap bastard. You're still like a 99th percentile supporter of us, I would imagine.
I think so, AJ, by the way.
So he got DJ Moore, Jadarian Price, and the 204 for Emeka Igbuka, essentially, was the nuts and bolts of the trade that he has.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Am I nuts to take Igbuka there?
For our sake, we don't want people threatened if we say that in the live.
No, I don't want to say it.
No, I don't want to say it either. But I can DM it to you if you're curious. I'm not sure if it shows up on his end, right?
I don't know because it's Flock. I have to search by Flock user. Maybe he could see it on his end. But
maybe.
You are the most, AJ. I don't even know, like, to be honest with you and Arthur both, I don't even know who'd be even close to, like, JMetal would be probably one of the first names I would think.
That's what I mean. And
it's pretty big discrepancy. So
like JMetal's still in the 3 to 5 range. So like Corey's saying, it's like, yeah, it's almost like you guys can you guys are
country, like you guys are the two Thanoses of the support system for sure.
JMetal's still a fucking juggernaut. He's saying, oh yeah, I'm cheap. No, you're not.
Like I'll look up Brock maybe.
Yeah,
like Brock's right in the JMetal territory. So like I think it's a pretty big discrepancy there.
Hey, JMetal saying that I'm cheap is like the juggernaut submitting their team saying, can I compete?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So that's the trade that he ended up doing. Essentially, Igbuka for 204, DJ Moore and Jadarian Price. This is the team. Obviously, it's very good. It's a brag team. Arthur knows what we're going to say. Consolidate where possible. QB3 is overrated.
Some birthday gas.
Go get your Malik Willis, man. What are you doing? This is how do you not have Malik Willis team?
Dude, I know you want some birthday gas. You're about to hop in the car. You need some in the tank. We'll give you your gas.
I need a Thanos. Dude, that's such a good idea, actually. We should bring that up
to Mason.
Yeah, we should actually bring that up to the devs. That Mason will love that idea, dude.
See, like, you're blessing us and you're also giving us great business ideas. Like look at that.
Getting AJ needs like a purple ass big fucking Thanos label. Cause like no disrespect to our following here, but I know there's some domain diehards that would have some absurd titles on theirs.
I don't even want to fucking think about that.
I'm getting Australian Wagyu where AJ doing the full Japanese A5. Dude, I actually had this, by the way. In Calgary, there's I don't know if anybody has watched the Netflix show called The Final Table. It's a cooking show where Chef Darren McLean, who's on the show, has a Japanese restaurant in Calgary. And I said, if I ever go to Calgary, I'm going to eat at this restaurant. And they had A5 Japanese Wagyu like skewers on the menu, and I actually had them. It was so fucking good. I've never had steak that good in my life.
The only thing I can compare is when I was in Florida as a kid, we went to a Kobe restaurant, and it was like very similar. Yeah. Like very, very quality.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Imagine. No, we won't. You know who's a Pipsqueak supporter of ours? Dylan. Dylan is like not old enough to buy anything, so he gets like free reviews when we take pity on him. He's the only one in our channel who's going to get the Pipsqueak label.
Pipsqueak supporter would be like, you've gotten given more team reviews than you've bought yourself or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what it ends up being. But AJ, I'm not going to lie, that might be one of the best ideas I've heard from somebody in our audience, legitimately.
I'm actually literally going to go into our chat right now and text that to Mason.
Some domain gooners is crazy. That's above Thanos. You get the label gooner.
Dude, sometimes, like, I feel bad. I'm not the most active on Discord, but sometimes I'll go even to like the main channel, like Mason's channel, or go into our channel, and like there'll be a question in there. And it's all just domain supporters responding to each other.
There's when we were in New York, Mason told us there was a couple domain diehards that had sent like upwards of 60 to 70,000 messages in the Discord, and like for reference, like every creator combined was like not even at 10,000.
It was insane because you compared like my total year of years of messaging in that Discord versus the fucking domain guys, and they were like 10xing my
creators combined was not even 10,000.
Insane.
That's
a good point. We might have to get the Thanos supporter a guarantee in the league. Tell that to Mason.
To be fair, AJ, I would love if whoever wins the fan competition is at least a diehard of somebody in the channel, whether it's us or Domain or Mason or something. Like, I know like Antler Ice, for example, is like a diehard supporter of Mason's. So him getting, all you're gonna have to do, AJ, like, I'm not gonna spoil the whole fan competition, but you better get your editing chops ready here. Who needs AI agents when you have domain diehards? Yeah, exactly. Chasing Breakers probably also has a pretty respectable number on the site as well. Anything on Arthur's brag team here?
Nothing else. Sorry, I'm literally texting Mason the idea. Top X percentile supporters get
Yeah, no, I'm sure that would be a bit more of a project for, I think that would be Tom's department for sure, as far as like, because he usually handles the financials of things. But yeah, bro, DM me. I don't have to. We'll tell you. I'm
not even here.
Also, AJ, all I can guarantee you is that if you submit a clip and it's good enough to make our audition stuff, we will vote biasly for you. That's all we can guarantee you. But we're only 2 of the creators on the channel. This guy can't figure out his thing.
Fuck. Just take my word.
Hold it back a little bit more. Yeah. Are you saying you sent it to Mason? Is that what you're...
I took a screenshot of the Discord message I sent Mason, but obviously you can fucking see that because apparently my camera doesn't want to zoom.
I just brag the bet winnings in the leagues that I'm in. Yeah. All right. Arthur seems good. We can move on. I'm fucking dead. It's 2 hours and 50
Same. And Arthur, I will get to you the rest of your 2.0 today. I am going to have to fucking come up with a couple moves because the ones we would have suggested you had already made.
I guess technically we have this.
Appreciate it, by the way.
The leaderboard for the monthly.
That's a good point.
I actually think that what AJ's idea is actually almost a more effective version of this. Like an all-time lifetime version, I think is better than showing a monthly support system or whatever. But shout out to Chef, who's leading the pack and the monthly donations because he purchased 2 team reviews.
I appreciate that, yeah.
All right, so appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm going to go have my professional brother-in-law edit a video. Dude, you literally should. Just FYI. Because the editing part is more so to get you in the league than it would be to submit clips. Like, you don't have to have super high edited clips necessarily. Like, we saw what Sammy was submitting last year, for example.
Dude, or like if you remember any points in live streams where Corey or me are like, AJ, you're way too sharp. Come on, like just like little sound bites of us gassing you, and just be like, see, even the FSE guys are scared of me.
Yeah, exactly. We'll send you the details and give you the upper hand for sure, because we know you're an OG of the channel. But anyways, appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. If you were watching this after the fact, hopefully I have time stamped the live stream already so you can go see all the reviews. And again, make sure if you want a team review, if you want a start sit question, what am I talking about? We're so deep. Start sit questions are not relevant. Trade question, team review, buy one, get one free team review, or buy one, get one 50% off. Sorry, team review. Annual subs get a free 2.0. Go check that out. That is all in the live chat, all in the description. And the Hurricanes probably will win tonight.
Give us one more home game. One more home game is all I fucking ask.
Yeah,
one more.
You guys got to shoot more than 5 times on net, and then maybe you can win a game. But yeah, appreciate you guys.
OT games.
Appreciate you guys. Peace out.
Take care. Oh.